Flogging.
That was a good clap.
360 no scoping I am.
Not paying child support for Baby Yoda, I do.
Bring on the bitches and hoes. Fuck some guys you don't really know this Christmas. This Christmas.
I've almost sent you guys like 18 different Baby Yoda memes, by the way.
I'm eating ass and it feels right. And I'll fuck your dad. Oh, now. This is Christmas.
Will be
A Kevin Tinkin Christmas.
For me. Oh, man. I just ate my own ass. I just farted in my own mouth.
Yeah, you did a black guy voice and it made you shit yourself.
I did.
Get caught masturbating in park when Yoda happened to.
Do 9/11 every day.
Sex?
Like to tell people they're gay this Christmas.
Sex offender I have to register as.
I'm in Avery.
Lolita Express I have flown.
Park I'm not allowed to go in.
A 500-meter restraining order from these children right here. If you're under the age of 18, you better fear.
This is our new TV show. It's Baby Yoda and Michael McDonough. Michael McDonald. While you wait for Baby Yoda.
Taking it to my ass. I'll take it to my ass now. Oh.
Simply having a retarded ass time.
Hey.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
You're hurting my vibe, man. Hey, man, I'm a mentally handicapped hippie, man.
Oh, come on, man.
Having gay sex.
I'm just trying to do whippets in the parking lot of a fish show, man.
Come on, man. Simply
Gay sex I have.
a wonderful groipo time.
Truckers suck off I do.
You know, I looked this up. You don't know the name of Yoda's species. It's an unknown species. Yeah.
Yeah, we looked that up the other day.
Yeah, and I called up J.J. Abrams, and I'm like, hey, gay. That's what I fucking called him.
J.K.
I called him gay Abrams, and he's like, fuck.
He's like, damn.
He's like, you got me, son. What up?
What'd you tell him?
I told him, I was like, hey, man, let me fuck Baby Yoda.
The feeling of worry, nervous.
He's like, man, they won't even let me fuck Baby Yoda.
Thanks a lot, 2019. Merry Christmas!
If it's gonna be that kind of party, I'm gonna stick my dick in the mashed potato. Oh God! They're gonna know I'm dumb.
All right, y'all better clear out the room, because I'm about to blast gas in this pussy bitch. About to blast some gas in her pussy.
What?
I'm gonna fill the bitch up. Drink, bitch.
Drink the gas.
What are you talking
Drink the gas, bitch.
Satan, what are you talking about?
I'm farting in a cup and making her drink it. It's Brain Jail, bitch. Welcome to the show.
Hey, welcome to Brain Jail. I'm Kevin Tinker. Across from me is J. Wayne Avery, and Benjamin Allen Slavery is on the ones and twos. Oh, nice. You
tried to fire on the mic and completely missed it. Good job, buddy.
I wasn't fast enough.
Oh my God, that was such an adorable little toot. It was such a cute little toot you did.
That's how that's how I fart. It just sounds like one MIDI note.
Yeah. Simply having a wonderful fucking Christmas time.
Merry fucking Christmas, everybody's vomiting.
Merry fucking Christmas for me.
Well, when they lay little fucking baby Jesus in the manger.
Lube up my ass and stick your dick right in. Stick your dad's dick right in. Lube your ass up and stick your dad's dick right in.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, everybody. This is the Christmas episode of Brain Jail.
Yeah. Open up your presents.
What's the Christmas song about baby Jesus? How does it go again?
You talking about baby shoes?
No, it's about baby Jesus.
My drum for him,
Little drummer boy?
That's Little Drummer Boy. That's not about Christ, our Savior.
Silent Night?
Away, like is it away in a manger he lay or something?
Yeah.
Away in a manger, the little king should.
Yep.
Bring back the ethno state.
No.
Oh.
That's your own
mega
weird-
hat on his head.
There you go.
Owning libtards far and wide.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well,
Jesus would have been a
Posting
Republican,
online.
man.
Jesus would have been a shit poster, dude.
You're like Neo, but for shit posting.
Dude, Jesus would
we
have
will
been
bring back.
Jesus would have been fucking owning libtards' asses online.
Yeah, that's true. He would have been like just like Ben Shapiro. And some people say Ben Shapiro is Jesus, and I don't fight him on that.
Jesus loved facts and logic.
Loved it. You've turned my math class into a house of thieves.
Right. Who can forget who can forget when Jesus walked into the Social Security office and flipped over all those tables?
That's right.
He said no free handouts.
Yep.
No handouts.
Which
get
is
a
what
job.
Christmas
Right.
is all about. Christmas is about getting a job, if you think about it.
Yeah.
You know?
hmm Every year we would go down to open presents under the tree, and it would just be I would open the present, and it would just be a note that said "Get a job." Signed your dad.
Get a damn job, you hippie.
Get a damn job.
Get a damn job.
Oh, man. I had a dream that I had a face tattoo the other day.
What was the tattoo of?
Ben.
Was it really?
You had Ben's face.
Is that a
tattooed
real
over your
dream you
face?
had?
I had a, I can't remember exactly. Like it was, I think it was a tribal tattoo.
Really?
On my face.
Like the Mike Tyson
Yeah,
one?
but it was like where my beard would go. And then I remember
So you had a tattoo of your beard?
yeah, kind of like it was a tribal tattoo that was like a chin strap. And then I remember looking at it and be like, damn, this is really noticeable.
And that's a metaphor for your life.
It really
if you
is.
think about it.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I would like to see Ben and Kevin in the remake of the movie Face Off. That would be pretty fun.
I haven't seen it, but from what I know, it has John Travolta in it, right?
Right.
Or Nicolas Cage.
It has John Travolta and Nicolas Cage.
Okay, both.
And they switch faces, and they both have to pretend that Scientology is good. And that's the movie. Is Nicolas Cage as John Travolta walking into the Scientology Celebrity Center and going, I love it.
It's good.
Feeding levels. It's good.
Hey, I fucking love it. Jeez. Oh, man. This is so good. I
It's
love
me,
being
Nicolas Cage.
Scientologist.
I was in Wild and Hot. Raising Arizona.
I've been in every movie. Oh, jeez. This is me, John Travolta. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Yeah,
I
it's
can't
good shit.
believe Zanu's going to be my dad. Oh, man. Jeez.
Yeah.
Hey, Ben just got back from New York Shitty.
Yeah, I just got, first of all, first things fucking last.
Yeah.
Fuck LAX.
Dude, break it down, man.
Dude,
Break
it
it-
took me 2.5 hours to get out of LAX.
Go off, King.
Preach.
But I will say, shout out to American Airlines for having a fantastic film selection on the plane.
Oh, yeah. What'd you watch? Norbit?
I finally watched the.
You like keep ringing the bell for the stewardess. You go, ma'am, there's no Norbit. She's like, sir, this is the 5th time I've had to tell you we don't have Norbit on the plane.
I'm like, it's fine. I pull out a projector from my backpack and I just project Norbit onto the entire side of the plane.
You're like, you're welcome, everybody.
It's blinding the pilot. The plane's going
It's
down.
going down. As you just hear Eddie Murphy be like, oh, Lord.
I finally watched The Big Short.
It's good.
Or no, I'm sorry, Moneyball.
Oh, okay.
What'd I say?
They're both
Big
about your
Short.
dick.
But they're
Yeah.
both similar movies. They're both about money, and I don't understand anything that's going
He
on.
didn't even hear it. I fucking got his
I know
ass.
you
dude.
got his ass
Yeah,
so
yeah.
good. He's fucking, he doesn't even remember.
Yeah, yeah. A very fat Jonah Hill movie, by the way, Moneyball.
Yeah, so
Yes.
He's the ball.
But like I don't like so he's just like some fat ass fucking nerd and Brad Pitt's like this hot guy and everybody wants to suck his cock, but he's like no nonsense. Like Brad Pitt walks in, he's like Brad Pitt walks in,
Nobody's
he's like,
sucking my cock today.
dude, Brad Pitt's just taking no nonsense and he finds this fat ass little nerd and he's like, hey bitch, you're gonna come work for me, you fucking pussy ass bitch.
Yeah, yeah. Because
Jonah Hill's like, all right, like I'm just kind of a gay wad, so I guess I'll work for you.
well, Jonah
then
knows all the facts and logic.
Right.
yeah. That's right.
So it is like Ben Shapiro and fucking Jordan Peterson teaming up.
Yep.
And
Brad Pitt's just like, I
Oprah
gotta get me a
Winfrey.
Jew so I can win some ball games. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's Brad Pitt going to a synagogue. He goes, you throw a slider? Who here throws a slider?
Who here throws a slider?
My son Mordecai, he throws a mean spitball. You could never hit this man, not once in your life. And then cut to him at tryouts, he's just throwing underhanded. Would be a stereotype about Jewish people.
If we could only throw a matzo ball.
You're telling me there's money in the ball?
My
I will catch it then.
my godnephew Randy Koufax. Damn it.
Fuck. So you went to New York.
Yeah. And I want to say one other movie I watched.
Yeah, what'd you
that
watch?
I haven't seen in a long time.
What'd you watch, King?
Shrek.
And I would love to talk about it for at least 5 minutes because holy shit.
Go
Yeah.
off.
Fucking Galaxy Quest, dude.
Galaxy Quest is a great movie.
How good is that movie?
I watched that on
Not that good.
acid.
Kevin's
maybe.
shaking his head. No.
I watched it on acid
Hater.
maybe 4 months ago, and it's great. It's
Why'd
really.
you like took acid to watch Galaxy
Yeah, I
Quest?
was like, you know what? I'm going to quit my job. I called out sick from work. No, you remember I was going over to that house with that girl to do acid because I wanted to fuck her, but then we both did acid and we couldn't fuck.
House of Cards.
Yeah, house of cards. No, literally, remember she was like dog sitting in Woodland Hills.
Hell yeah.
I was dating this girl for a little bit.
Hell yeah.
And then she said she didn't want to see me anymore, and I really liked her. And then she's also like, we should do acid sometime. And I'm like, okay, because in the back of my head, I was like, maybe if we do acid together, she'll fall in love with me because
Yeah.
there'll be like that intense emotional bond.
And then she saw your dick and she was like, ew. Weird.
Or at the very least, maybe she'll fuck me because we're having a good time. We're alone in this house.
Yeah.
And then we both got way too high on acid and we could not touch each other at all.
Were
Yeah.
you up in the hills?
Well, I was up in them. I wish I was up in them hills, dog.
You know what I mean?
I wish I was down in that valley.
Up in the mountains.
Yeah, it was like it was
Just
like
sucking those titties and burping on them.
it was yeah.
That's my move. I suck on the titty and then I just give it a nice burp.
Oh, bitch, you want me to burp on your titty?
I'll be sucking the titty and then I'll be burping in my mouth like this, like, but then I blow it the other way. And then I go back to the titty and then
I have done that during sex where I would be like on top and then I burp in my mouth and I have to blow it the other way and go back.
Jace wears a bib when he fucks.
Yeah, that's right.
Because he's burping up a lot of fluid.
I put on a big lobster bib, but it just has a pussy on it. And then I'm sharpening a large cartoon fork and knife. Like, shing,
Do you
shing,
crack
shing.
the pussy with one of those crab claw crushers?
And then I dip it in butter, and then I suck all the meat out.
Yeah. Boiling the pussy in a pot of water.
That's right. Yeah, that's how we do
Salt
it
and
in
pepper?
How we do it in Boston, baby.
You're just going down on a
Yeah.
woman, then you're holding your fist over your mouth. Excuse me. You go like down.
I have to throw up, and I'm trying to hide it, so I just do it in her pussy like it's an air sick bag,
No, you have
and I tie it up.
you have a bunch of doggy bags.
I'm gonna take some of this home for later.
I'm going to take this pussy to go.
If I don't throw up in all these doggy bags, some of this pussy's coming home with me.
I'm about to mail this pussy home to my ass.
Ain't nothing better than 3-day-old pussy. Reheat that, throw that in the oven. I'm not even microwaving that shit.
Put a napkin over it. Heat it up.
Stick it with a fork, pour a little canola over it so it doesn't get dry when you microwave it.
I throw that pussy against the wall, see if it's ready. If it sticks, it's ready to go.
So we watched Galaxy Quest on acid, and then what we watched on acid was Grand Budapest Hotel, and that's amazing.
That was incredible, I bet.
That was amazing
Yeah.
on acid. That was like the funnest time ever. And then I didn't fuck that later.
That movie
but then a
makes
week
you-
later, I did fuck her.
Oh,
Oh.
Well, we weren't on acid. So, and then she broke up with me again. So,
well,
there we go. I still
trying
think
to find out the
I
moral
got drunk
of
and
the
texted her
story
to a
here.
week ago.
What is the moral of the story? There's got to be a lesson here.
To my story,
Yeah.
um,
So, okay.
bitches be trifling.
So you took acid and then you couldn't fuck. And then a week later you fucked. And then she was like, bye.
Bye, boy. Bye.
bye-bye.
No, it was kind of sad actually. It was we did get along very well and she was really funny and like the sex was really good. And then like literally like after we hooked up for the last time I go, what's going on here? Because I'm like I can feel like an attraction you have for me and I'm attracted to you. So like what's the deal? Why don't you want to date? And then she revealed to me, she's like, She's like, I finally like admitted to myself I've been in love with my best friend for like 3 years. And I just wasn't willing.
Oh man.
I wasn't willing to admit that. And I was like, well, you know, if that doesn't work out, I feel like we could have a good thing. She's like, you don't deserve to be anybody's second choice. And I'm like, no, I do. And then like a month later, I got drunk and texted her. I was like, so did that work out with the boyfriend? She's like, yeah, we're really happy. And I'm like,
we're married.
fuck.
We got 6 kids.
Yeah.
So you were just a side bitch?
I was side dicking her.
Damn.
Yeah. I still wish we could have dated. She was very, very intelligent. Very
Well,
funny.
if you're out there and you listen to the podcast, please rate, review, and subscribe.
All of our listeners are just women I've had sex with. Yeah.
I wonder.
Not
how
to be
many.
a coastal elitist or anything.
I know what comments got that tweet tweeted. I know what comments it was.
What comment was it?
It was you were like, oh yeah, everybody that doesn't live in Los Angeles or New York is a fucking idiot. Like they're like out there like, I like miniature golfing.
Well, let's give people context for what we're talking about. Some guy on Twitter fucking said Jay sucks and ruins the podcast, but he likes me and Kevin a lot.
Yeah. He made a lot of good points.
But you know what? It didn't hit me at all emotionally. Didn't think about it for the rest
So
of the
he just
day.
said you're pretentious, basically.
Yeah, he said I'm a pretentious philosopher comic.
It's like these
Bill
guys
Maher.
that live in like Arkansas and like they like go to theme parks and shit. Like fucking losers, idiots. I like to get a new science journal. Sit down with it with a $3,000 glass.
Hey
of
man, don't
wine.
play that recording of me from the last podcast. You have these clips ready to go.
This Christmas.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, I fucked a bitch, and then sorry. How was the rest of your trip?
Yeah.
After you watched Norbit and Galaxy Quest.
Well, I kind of wanted to talk about Galaxy Quest because Sigourney Weaver's titties looking really nice.
Damn, she
You want
was
to be weaving into my dreams. You know what I mean?
Sig horny.
Sig horny beaver.
Man.
Yeah, Sig horny sounds like a horny Nazi though.
Yeah, Sig horny.
Yeah. Kevin, do the voice.
Sig horny.
So he does like the Sig
Hello,
Howl.
I am.
The only thing I love more than Hitler is titties.
Everyone rides for pure horny. Sig horny.
Like they only Sig Howl so they can grope a lady.
That's right.
They do the Sig
That's
Heil,
right.
but it starts low and then it slowly raises.
Oh.
Because you get horny as you do it.
Yeah, like a boner. Yeah.
Like a wiener.
Like a wiener gets hard.
Like a winter gets hard. Like when a winter gets hard?
Hey, guys.
Hey, Dad, does your winter get hard, Dad?
Son, stop masturbating when we're talking.
I'm not doing anything. It just gets hard all the time, Dad.
Dad, have you ever put your legs back over your head while laying on your back and sucked your own dick and like shove stuff up your ass?
Dad, the kids at school say I'm gay because I do goatsy all the time. Well, son,
What's goatsy?
goatsy is where you stick your dick and balls behind your.
No. That's called doing the goat.
What's goatsy again?
Goatsy is where you just open your asshole as wide as it goes with both hands. on
Oh
either
yeah,
sides of your
while
ass
you're
cheeks.
bent over. Yeah,
And so you show people the inside of your ass.
It's from an old. It like back in like the 1997 internet. It was
Yeah.
like a link you'd send people where you'd be like, "Hey, dude, did you see this? Check this new band out."
And it's just
and then you click on it. It was like goatee.edu, and then you went to it and it was just a man's gaping ass he was pulling.
Even
apart.
if I liked a man's ass, I don't want to see it gaping.
yeah, don't show me the whole ass.
I don't
you
want to
know?
see the insides. I'm not a fucking doctor. I'm not an.
Do you want me to pull it up?
No, don't pull it up. Please,
It's
don't pull
really
it up.
funny.
Don't pull it up.
Dad, could you put your knees behind your arms and then shoot free throws into your asshole with ping pong balls, Dad? Do you do that?
Now, son, what me and your mom do, and we definitely do that, in our bedroom is our own private matter. But yes, we do that. And it gets me rock hard and I jizz gobbles.
Dad, why do you have a framed picture of Goatsy in the living room?
Dad, how come when the door closes, I just keep hearing?
Goldfish and ping pong balls.
Dad, why did
popping out of the
why
ass.
did you steal my whole cans? And when I
pussy.
got them back, they were all covered in shit. Oh, it's the gay guy who gets Hulk hands for Christmas.
Hulk hands. I was trying.
Hulk hands?
I was trying to figure out what you were saying.
That's a Family Guy sketch for sure.
I thought you were saying like whole cans.
Right, Ben? The
Which I
gay
liked.
guy who gets Hulk hands for Christmas.
So he can jack off with them?
No, so he can fist himself with it.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
And it just says Hulk smash every time.
Right.
Oh man, we are deep into the goods.
So here's the thing I love about New York is of course the people.
Yeah, what's the difference between LA and New York, man?
Well, people.
The Big Apple.
So stupid.
Did you get the pizza while you were there?
I mean, yeah. I mean, Tim took me to this place in Brooklyn that's really good.
Domino's.
Yeah,
It's the greatest city in the world.
I love it.
I love it too.
I would say it is the greatest city in the world. Now, I've only been to 5 or 6 cities.
people in New York, they're like real people. You know what I mean? Like in California, people say hello. But in New York, they go, "Hey, how the fuck are you?" That's like real New York. You get a cheesesteak and a slice.
Yep, they'll fry a rat up for you. Right on
Okay,
the subway.
like the guy.
Hey, what's going down? It's me in New York. What were you gonna say, Ben?
Like the guy.
Hey, Ben, it's my friend. Nice glasses, Fruity Pie.
Fruity pie. Hey, it's me. I'm doing gay insults from the 40s.
Hey, what? Hey, look, you look a little light in the loafers there. Me, a New York City guy. Hey, come over here, help me run this bulldozer, you fucking fruitcake.
Yeah, this guy's a little tipsy in the trousers, if you get my gist.
Hey, you're gay. New York.
This guy likes to eat a little too much apple pie, if you know what
It's
I'm
called the
saying.
Big Apple, not the Big Asshole.
It's a late episode.
Okay, so here's a couple stories from the
Okay.
trip. So first story, guy on the plane next to me, straight up New York guy.
Okay.
And the flight attendant skipped us. Did Gracie just throw up?
Great. No, Gracie was choking on a dog toy for a second. And now she's walking through all the cords. Great stuff.
She
And she's pulling all the cords.
Okay, come on.
Okay.
Gracie. Stop. Pulling the
And-
computer off of the Gracie, move.
We really need to kill Gracie.
Okay. Yeah, just get her out of here.
It would be really great. Just get her out of here and really, Kevin, punch her on the back of the head real quick.
Kevin, just whip her. Just whip her. Take the XLR cable out of your microphone and just fucking string it around her neck.
Sorry, Ben, your story. New York guy on the airplane.
Oh yeah. So the flight attendant skipped our aisle with giving us a drink. Like he just kept going, which was fucking wild because me and this
I
guy.
think it was because you were watching Norbit so loudly.
Yeah. Well, he's watching what's it called? Ad Astra, whatever that Brad Pitt movie
Ad
is.
Astra.
Yeah, Ad Astra, whatever.
Right.
It's probably a piece of shit.
I've heard it's very good.
Oh. So he's watching that.
You're watching Rocket Man,
I am
the Harlan Williams movie.
I am balls deep in Galaxy Quest. And we both have a fucking badass motherfucking American Airlines turkey sandwich.
Right.
American style.
Good.
Sure.
And there's eggs on it for some reason. I don't know why, but it makes sense.
Okay.
Wow.
Bacon, turkey, lettuce, tomato, eggs, chips on the side.
Wow.
And a churro thing that was really good.
Okay.
But once you're 4 bites in, you're like, God damn it, I need a Coke.
Yeah.
I need a ginger ale.
Need some Coke.
And we're like, thank God, what's right behind the food cart lady is the fucking drink cart guy. And you start getting excited. And then he skips us.
Oh my God.
And he goes, hey. And he's yelling at him. And the guy just keeps moving the cart as fast as he's like running. It was like,
He was fleeing you guys.
well, I thought there was a guy with like a box cutter behind him. He was moving so fast.
Yeah.
So I go, hey, I turn to him. I go, did he skip us? He goes, this guy, he's fucking insane. He fucking skipped us. He's out of his fucking mind. I was like, all right, well.
This guy's just
But
a giant rat in
Yeah.
a tracksuit.
He said that guy is fucking insane.
That's
because
great.
he accidentally skipped our rope.
That's one of my favorite
The,
things about flying to a certain city is you get to see the people where you know they're from that city.
Mm-hmm.
Like every time I fly back to Texas from LA, there's at least one old ass man in a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
It's like his 4th time flying ever.
Man, this place is big as a Super Bowl.
I'm going to go up in the steel bird, I tell you.
This is the technology that makes this good. It's so good, man. You got any Kool-Aid up there, ma'am? Ma'am, I hate to be a real pain in the boot, but I hate to be a stick in your craw here, ma'am, but I like me a glass of Kool-Aid with mostly sugar.
Ma'am, you mind if I barbecue on the flight? I got my filing cabinet barbecue set for easier road travel.
This This airplane reminds me of rodeo I used to run with my two sons.
Oh, he's riding on top of the airplane like it's a bull. Yeah. Like Dr. Strangelove.
Man, my ass is just illegal right now.
Yeah, man. You need to put a silencer on that thing.
Jesus, I need to put a fucking air filter up my ass.
You want to hear the second wild New York story?
Yeah, what's the second wild New York story?
This one involves a really fat New York cop.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And Jace, you used to live in New York. You know how great the
I used to be a cop in New York. Yeah. I used to be a really fat cop in New York. Yeah.
All your friends killed themselves.
Right. That's exactly right.
They do kill themselves a lot. It's very odd.
Yeah, because they
hard
were all
job.
in 9/11.
It's a tough job, you know.
Oh, I mean,
to be the law.
From what I've seen, they just sort of stand around.
Well,
And there's like 5 billion of them. Like everybody
Well,
is a police officer.
Right. And every once in a while, they'll walk up to another cop and they'll be like, man, do you remember 9/11? Man, that was fucked up. Personally, if I had been there at 9/11,
Which I was.
which I was, by the way, and nobody can prove that I faked my sickness that day. If I had been there, which I was, I would have kicked that plane's fucking ass. I would have stood on the 54th floor and I would have punched the shit out of that fucking plane.
I would have thrown a whole slice of that plane, and it would have gone down like a Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah, you know, being a cop in New York's tough. You know, you got your fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They're a real pain in my fucking craw.
You got fucking Batman doing God knows what.
Yeah, the fucking Joker. God damn it. He fucked my wife.
But I actually like the Joker a lot. I identify with him.
You know what I like about the Joker is that you can put his makeup on a picture of Obama. And that's my political opinions. People ask me, what's your political party? I say, a picture of Obama with the Joker makeup. And that's what I write in every year.
If those terrorists knew how cheap a hot dog and a soda is on the streets of New York, they never would have bombed the Twin Towers. I'm telling you right now. If they would have gone and seen the people, and I mean,
And met
Jesus Christ.
the hard-working American people. A working man.
The bankers, the Goldman Sachs employees.
You give them a shot agent a delicious slice of pie, ain't gonna go fly an airplane in the Twin Towers. You fucking crazy, man. Ain't no fucking way. Right. Hey, you go take them to a strip club and you be like, look what they look like with their veils off. You know what I mean? And then you give them a slice and you give them a 25-cent hot dog from Anthony down the street. Great fucking guy, by the way. Great fucking
Don't look
guy.
at his neck. His neck's all fucked up.
Guy goes in a plane. Guy's like, oh, blah, 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 he's gonna he ain't gonna drive a fucking plane in the Twin Towers. You fucking kidding me, bro?
Hey, you know what really fucking pissed me off about 9/11?
What the fuck pissed you off, man?
You know how much fucking ass was in those towers? There was some nice ass.
That was some good pushy that got melted that day.
I was tapping this whore on the 56th floor, and that fucking plane hit, and I got all glory of God. The pussy's gone forever.
Me and the fallen man used to have hot sex.
The fallen man was my only co-hookup. The fucking fallen man. I seen him going down. I'm like, Jesus, Gino. Gino.
You remember the guy in 9/11 who tried to get the big tablecloth and jump off like a parachute, and it came out of his hands and he tumbled to the ground?
Who was that?
That guy had the biggest dick I ever seen in my life.
Never lost in the horse races either. Guy couldn't lose at the races.
The races.
But hey, it ain't so bad. We got the fucking Freedom Tower out of it.
pretty
And it's a
good.
pretty fucking, there's a lot of nice ass in that building.
Hell yeah.
And there's a fucking mall underneath it. It's great.
It's pretty great. The only problem is they got the Holocaust Museum real close to it, and you know, it's kind of.
I'm just saying we didn't get the worst deal with the whole 9/11 thing with the Freedom Tower and all.
If those terrorists knew how well these taxi cab drivers know the city, and it's the intricacy with which these guys 20, 30, 40 years on the streets in New York, you tell them I want to go to this place, right? They know right ahead.
Right.
They don't need no fucking GPS. They know the street like the back of their fucking hand.
And sure, they'll make 5 or 6 wrong turns, but they'll get you there.
And they get you. Your cabbie will fight for you, too. But you know what? Cabbie's so good. If he would have gotten in that cab and been like, hey, fly a cab into the Twin Towers, I bet that fucking cabbie would have done it. He says, "Hey, as long as I can keep the clock running, you know what I mean?"
Yeah, he turns to me. I said, "Hey, why don't you fly this into the Freedom Town?" He goes, "Buddy, it's better than LaGuardia." And I go, "Bud, you got that right." Jesus fucking Christ.
Working men, working women, working in the city, striving, not to mention the arts community. And these fucking terrorists think they're going to get like 87 fucking dirty bitches and they run a plane?
I tell you what they should have bombed was fucking Angels in America on Broadway.
Jesus Christ.
Kill that gay ass play.
They should have flown a plane to Hillary fucking Clinton. She's a real problem in this country, man. I tell you.
Did you fly into LaGuardia, Ben, or JFK?
I've flown into every airport now. I've flown into Newark, LaGuardia, and JFK.
LaGuardia is really a piece of shit, isn't it?
Ooh la la.
I liked it more than JFK.
It's like from the 70s. It looks like Mad Men times.
I thought it was cool.
You guys ever go to Yosemite International Airport?
Is that in Fresno?
Yes, it is.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah. And if you go to the website, you'll see me and my family in the commercial.
Is that true?
That is true. Flying should be fun. Fly International Yosemite International Airport. And then it's me and my family
Right.
walking through the
And you
airport.
bunch of terrorists.
Someone go rip that video and then just cut to like the plane flying into the Twin Towers of Kevin boarding a plane with his family and just cut right to that.
I think it's on my YouTube under Stuff I've Been In playlist. There's 2 videos.
Anyway, there's too much fucking Muslims in this city now.
Jesus Christ.
It's really
take
kind of
your
fucking shit.
Uncover your goddamn face. I want to see these bros.
You let these guys be cab drivers. Next thing you know, they want to fly planes into buildings.
Jesus Christ.
It is funny. There are people.
But I do have this story.
Oh, okay. What's the other story?
Yeah, please.
So me and Tim went to see the big Christmas tree at Rockefeller Center.
Sure.
J.D. Rockefeller.
Oh, John David Rockefeller?
Wow.
The John David Rockefeller.
My old buddy J.D. Salinger Rockefeller?
But you know the big tree I'm talking
Mark
about.
David
Oh, yeah.
Chapman?
I used to fuck it.
He used to pay Jace to fuck the Christmas
Yeah,
tree.
you know, it was I was doing a favor for a friend, you know.
Only in New York. You see this kind of shit.
I'm 80 feet up in the air, just bare ass out, fucking the tree.
You're just getting the chills all the way down.
Right, I'm getting frozen to death.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you have to put the ornaments on first? This is brutal.
A little Christmas light just went in my pee hole. Anyway, you're at the J.D. Rockefeller tree.
So get this bullshit, Jace.
Okay.
And Kevin, you won't relate to this because you're not a New Yorker,
Right.
Like me and Jace.
Yeah, we were both New Yorkers, dude. I lived there for 8 months.
Yeah, and I visited like 5 times. In
Right.
the past
And they
month.
say you're not a real New Yorker till you live there 7.5 months.
I'm here to learn.
So get a load of this crock of shit, Jace.
All right.
They turned the tree off at like 11 o'clock now.
Uh-huh.
That's horse shit.
Okay.
They used to leave the tree on all night.
That is kind of fucked up weird.
It is fucked up, and they don't let you get near the tree. Like once they turn the tree off, there's like hundreds of cops, and they're all surrounding the tree, so you can't get close to it.
Jesus.
It's like what happened to the city.
Yeah.
I mean, you remember?
Well, everybody's
still
trying to
live in
fuck
that
the tree. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
I guess. But anyway, turn to a cop. I go, hey, why isn't the tree on? And he goes, hey, they shut it down at fucking like 11 o'clock now.
He's eating
And we're like,
pizza.
why? Well, why do they do that? He goes, city's run by a bunch of fucking idiots. What the fuck else is new?
Yeah, that is every cop.
And then he turns, I swear to God, he turns to a hot dog vendor. He goes, hey, big guy, let me get a dog.
let a big man hold a dog for a second.
Just waddling over to the hot
Right.
dog vendor saying
Hey,
the city's run by
Excuse
retards.
me, sir. I'll give you a quarter. Let me drink some of that hot dog water right out of the container. Come on, one quick chug. Yeah, when I worked at the David Letterman show back in the day, you guys just take the headphones off and leave.
Wow.
As I keep talking,
You're just a coffee bitch, though, right?
no, I was less than a coffee bitch. I aspired to be the coffee.
You were the
bitch.
Andy Richter of the David Letterman
Right.
show.
I was a tea whore. I got them tea and then they fucked me in the ass. No,
Chase, you prepare the hot coffee enemas in the morning.
No,
And
do
you
David
empty out
Letterman's
the
voice.
shitty cop water.
Do David's voice.
I can't do it.
Hey, Jace, you want to give me a tea bag?
And so he comes up to me. He comes up to me. He says, "You got any cum?" You got any cum?
You got any cum?
He wanted your cum. That's right. Anyway, all the security guards were ex-NYPD officers. One guy was a lieutenant, and he was old as shit, and he was just in pain all the time. And anytime you asked him a question, it was always because some guy was a fucking asshole. Where you'd be like, hey, why do we have to take like these stanchions outside? He goes, yeah, because fucking Letterman's a fucking asshole. That's why. I'm like, all right, well.
So the cops hate everybody in the city.
100%. 100%. I remember a story specifically about Mike Myers where we had to like, there's like a side entry for celebrities. And Mike Myers, this was kind of fucking weird, is he refused to go through the side entry that's like guarded off with security. And he made.
He's more of a backdoor guy, huh?
Not even a.
From what
I wish he went to the front door where there's like 400 audience members lined up to get into the show. So me and all the cops have to like push people out of the way so Mike Myers can walk through all these people and not talk to them. He gets out and he's like pissed that all these people are around him. And then I turn to the guy, Eddie, and I go, why? I go, Eddie, why doesn't he go down the side? He goes, because he's a fucking asshole. That's why. Every time he shows up, he pulls his fucking shit. God damn it, I hate life. They just start shooting into the crowd. But it was kind of weird. I was like, oh, Mike Myers is like a fucking like cunt, apparently.
Well,
that's what everybody said. He's just like
knows?
a dick. Yeah.
I mean,
are you looking for a save edit point so we don't burn the Mike Myers relationship?
I just always check it to make sure we're still recording.
Right.
Yeah, good
Since
call.
it does turn off sometimes.
Right, of course.
Sounds like my wife.
So then guess what I watched? I watched the first 20 minutes of Inside Out.
Uh-huh.
And I was trying to think of what my people inside my head would be.
Right.
And there's just one that's like
your emotions?
Yeah, there's just one that's really.
It'd just be an empty control room.
Oh, well, I was going to say there's one that's like really horny. And there's one that's like super racist.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And there's one that's like just wearing a t-shirt that says I'm gay. And
Right.
it just hits the button and it says I'm gay over and over. And then there's one that
it's your head is an Al Jolson creature, a Richard Simmons creature, and then a Ted Bundy creature, and then a Ted Kennedy creature, and that's it.
And then there's
White
Sam Hyde spitting all over the controls.
Wait, why am I the worst Kennedy?
You're not the worst Kennedy. Rose Kennedy was the worst Kennedy.
Who was Rose Kennedy?
She was JFK's mentally handicapt sister.
Okay, I'm
who
her.
who they gave a
I'm
lobotomy to. It's a really sad story, actually.
Wow.
She got a lobotomy?
When she was like 21,
Looks like somebody got some work done.
Have you,
She's a big hole in her head.
she looks horrible. It just cuts her. Nose job.
It's not what your country can do for you. It's what you can do for your country.
It's not when you can. No, when she was
Where's Rose? We were supposed to play checkers again together.
when she was like mentally handicapped, but like not severely, like she was still capable to function. But because JFK's dad was such an asshole, when she turned 21, he was afraid that she would basically ruin the Kennedys' political aspirations, like it would be used against them. So he took her to a psychiatric hospital where they formed a lobotomy, and the lobotomy they did wasn't the needle that went in the eye; it was the saw across the head.
Jesus.
And I read the how they did it was they would saw and they would have them speak, and they would like keep going until they just stopped speaking. And so the guy was sawing, and he was like getting to the point where she was just stopped speaking, and then he like slipped and went further, and then from that day on, she was just a vegetable, and she was like locked away in a hospital for like 60 years. Like she died in like 1997, and
Because Tiger Woods won the Masters.
because they're like, it's time to let her out. I said when pigs fly or a black man wins the Masters, that's when she'll get out. And God damn it. No, but Jack and Bobby Kennedy, they had no idea what happened to their sister till the day they died. And then they went to hell, and the devil fucking told them, bitch.
Damn.
Hey, what's up, John F. Kennedy?
Hello, Shaden. How you doing?
Hey, Shannon, it's me, Bobby Kennedy.
I have no sisters. I'm for sure don't have any sisters.
You actually have a very retarded sister. Hold on, though. Hold on. It's not all bad news.
Okay.
Is she hot?
She's a 7.
Hell
But
yes.
for a retard, that's pretty good.
Get that hot ass over here.
On a retard scale, she's a 10.
I'm going to have gay sex with myself. I don't know. It's gay sex.
Okay, well, that was going to be your punishment in hell.
I'm a freak. I'm JFK. I love this shit. Do anything. Whip me. Beat me.
Dude, you know what I was reading about all this morning?
What?
For like 2 hours was John Hinckley Jr.
Who is he again?
He's that guy who fucking shot Reagan right in the stomach.
Jesus Christ.
Why are you so passionate about
What?
it? Why do you say fucking so aggressive?
Well, he's just like, I don't know how many times I have to say this, but for anyone that has
I'm going to shoot the president.
For anyone that has assassinated the president or attempted to assassinate the president, I just want to say fucking salute. Hats off to you. You are a true hero.
You say salute.
Salute.
Yeah.
Hats off to any. How badass is it to kill the president? It's just fucking cool. And you just got to give it up for these guys out there who, got taken into a program and got their brains scrambled into fucking eggs. And then we're told to kill so-and-so.
So you don't think John Hinckley Jr. was just a crazy person who wanted to fuck Jodie Foster?
No.
Okay.
I suppose the conspiracy is that George H.W. Bush and the Bush family got John Hinckley Jr. to try to kill Reagan so Bush could be president.
I heard it was Barbara Bush. Barbara Bush is behind all.
Barbara?
Yeah, it was Barbara. Yeah.
She had really big titties.
Yabo.
Oh.
Ha-ha, woo.
She had big titties.
I always vote for the presidential candidate whose wife got the biggest titties.
Barbara Bush looks like an albino Saint Bernard. Doesn't she?
Yeah, she looks like, the movie Tusk?
Yeah.
She looks like the end of Tusk, like when he turns the guy into the walrus. Yeah.
Or like droopy dog.
Right. She's kind of shaped like Jabba the Hutt a little bit.
Yeah.
Like you made a Jim Henson puppet of a woman.
Do taxes low.
Jabba the Slug.
Trickle down economic.
No, he's just an Asian man.
Right, yeah.
Trickle down economic.
It is me, Yoda. I am a baby Yoda. If they let George Lucas keep making Star Wars, that's what the characters would turn into.
I wonder, man, because they're pretty bad right now. It's getting bad.
Well, you see I'm talking about the racial stereotypes in the prequel movies.
Hey, did you notice they named a new one the Mandalorian, right?
Go on.
Go off, Queen.
What about the woman DeLorean?
Right, the trans DeLorean.
Go on.
Yeah. The they DeLorean. That's what it should have been.
Yeah, why can't it be Gaby Yoda?
Of course, another Star Wars movie where a man has to save an alien baby who happens to also be a man, and a woman also fights, but not as much as a man.
Wait, are we supposed to imagine that Yoda has a cock and balls?
I think so.
I don't think we're supposed to. We get to imagine that he has a cock and
It's all
balls.
about perspective.
Yeah, exactly. Gratitude. Ram Dass taught me that.
I mean, do we know that these people have dicks and balls? Like Obi-Wan definitely like jacked off, and like Luke Skywalker jacked off, and
Obi-Wan Kablomi.
Jar Jar Binks.
Use the Force, Luke. Goes, but Obi-Wan, we're supposed to ask for consent. Use the Force, Luke. Bitch wouldn't have dressed like that if she didn't want to get fucked.
It's just physical force.
Yeah. Use Force.
There's a secret power that runs through all men. It's just called wider shoulders.
Stronger muscle structure. Use your Force, Luke. But she's my sister, Obi-Wan, I'm pretty sure. Don't be a bitch, Luke.
we can make a lot of money off this. We're gonna film it.
Just goes Kenobi. Fuck her.
I used to fuck womp rats like that back in my hometown.
What was that thing that was a pod racer?
The pod racer.
Yeah, but it went against Anakin, and it had like that. It was like a big bug, but it was kind of fat.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the thing.
Its nose looked like a penis.
Right. It was Joe Camel.
Are you thinking of the guy that worked in the junkyard?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Was like,
He was just an Armenian guy. He's like, Nubian.
Right. You call that the pod racer? Lexus just made a new pod racer. Now that's nice. I just bought one on 100% credit, 40% interest. It's good. Good deal.
Price is at the max, huh? No Chicago price, huh?
You've ever listened to System of a Down? The pretty good band. Huh?
I immediately go to slavery if somebody asks for a favor.
Can you show me a galaxy that isn't so far away? Maybe a little bit closer. The
mean,
commute is a bit
The
much.
traffic, it is look.
I know
My
he's
God,
Jewish.
yeah. Hey, my God. With all these wars all the
Hey,
time.
the galaxy, it's so far away.
If only there was an attic planet we could hide on during the war.
It's so long ago. It's so far away. Enough already.
Well, Yoda's supposed to be Jewish.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is that why he's so wise?
That's why he talks all that gobbledygook.
Hold on. I'm trying to reverse what I want to say.
Okay.
Gobbly
Yoda.
what?
Gook.
Watch him.
Morning of 9/11 phone call I got.
All right. Okay. All right.
Well, Yoda just taking the elevator out of the building. Good
Baby
day
Yoda.
it's going to be. Yeah, Baby Yoda in like a nice suit, like he works at Goldman Sachs. Is like, better get to work, you should.
He's calling all of his Gentile friends
Right.
to make sure they get to work on time.
Better, you're going to be late for work, Steve. You whatever the reverse is.
Steve.
To
I do
what
like the
lady
idea of
will
a
be.
Jedi named Steve.
Right, just Steve. Hey guys. Hey.
But gamer,
I'm a Jedi.
but dude, gamer Yoda, I've been doing for like 4 days straight.
Gamer Yoda?
360 no scoping, I am. Noobs poning, I have.
Kill spotting he does.
Janitor house, I am. Spree of kills, I do.
War of God. Dead Red Redemption.
All right.
Sippeth of gamer fuel, I do. Dew of the mountain.
Nuggies my mom brings. And milk chalky. Chalky milk and nuggies.
Chunky book I have. Man, that sucks.
Man, yeah, this is really bad.
Gamer Baby Yoda sucks dick. I've also been
That's so
doing
bad.
alt-right Baby Yoda.
Right.
But I mean, why do different versions of it?
I mean,
Incel I am.
Shit post.
AOC I tweet at.
8chan now 8con it is. He's just watching the Christchurch live stream shooting. He's like,
entertaining this is.
Right.
he's just watching live streams shoot.
Right. That's
Legal
right.
bump stock should be.
Yeah, he has a file of rare Pepes and he goes, the sacred text.
For self-defense, AK is.
Saudi arms still gone wrong at Mandalay Bay. Stephen Paddock it is.
You can't even do the speech. It's just word salad autistic things.
Yeah. Mafia of trench coat they are. Oh, nerds lead to anger. Anger leads to Doom Online. 3D. Doom Online leads to mass suicide. School shooters they are.
White genocide they do.
Gate pizza.
We have to stop. We have to stop.
Yeah, gate pizza. A non-Q. Other stuff.
Hillary Clinton kills children, she does.
27 times Clinton was on Epstein's plane. He was.
Just keep adding he was at the end.
All right, we have to stop.
Yeah,
we have to.
Just Baby Yoda on Lolita Express. Blackmail president's intelligence operation.
Here's the thing is I love Baby Yoda. You guys don't know. You guys think Baby Yoda's a little meme. He gives the best head I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, did you actually see they found the security tapes from Epstein? And you just see Baby Yoda outside. He closes his eyes and puts his hand up. It was an inside job. It was.
Chewbacca used to eat my ass, and Hillary would watch.
It is funny to just imagine Baby Yoda watching InfoWars, like on full volume.
Just calmly.
Yeah, very calmly.
Right, they keep
in his
going,
little egg pod.
They keep going, Baby Yoda, you got to turn InfoWars down. He's just like,
Gay are they turning the frogs?
In the remote. I have classified documents that say that Baby Yoda is a sleeper cell.
Classified documents he has.
Baby Yoda is a psyop to make kids want to fuck frogs. I'm sorry. This is a family program.
I don't want to bring this
But if you buy your kid a Baby Yoda doll, you're teaching it to fucking.
They're preparing the
amphibian.
kids for what the frogs are going to look like when they're gay. And they're going to look like Baby Yoda. Now, I can't tell you who gave me this information, but I have the documents. I can't say who gave them to me. God damn it.
Oh, man. Whew. Yeah, I feel like you need a shower after that one.
Oh, yeah. I just want to do Jesse Ventura now for some reason.
Go for it.
Wait. Before we get into that.
Hey, it's me, best Jesse Ventura.
6 million it wasn't.
On the cock because I'm gay, I'm sitting.
Come on, did you hear mine, Kevin?
No, say it again.
6 million it wasn't.
See, I don't like
So I was looking into Holocaust.
Problematic is.
I was looking into Holocaust denial shit. It is fucking retarded.
Oh, yeah. It's very retarded.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, Germany, nobody can even prove it was a real place.
But here's my thing. It's like the Holocaust denial people still say it was like 300,000 Jews. It's like, that's really bad.
Well, that's because it's so hard to deny that they can't like fully be like, no, it didn't happen at all. They're just like, yeah, it was like, 600,000, whatever.
Yeah, it's people are insane.
But it was closer to like 400,000.
Stop.
Yeah, and they'll do the math, and the math's like retarded. They're like, if it takes you 5 minutes to kill a Jewish person, like 6 million Jews, that'd take you 45 years. It's like, yeah, that's how they did it. One at a time. Famously, one at a time gas chambers.
Yeah, I mean, those guys are crazy.
Yeah, you have to be like a real... you have to be in a really bad place in life.
Here's a
you
conundrum.
have to be unemployed for a really long time before you start thinking that stuff.
So here's the conundrum those guys are in now is those alt-right guys. They fucking they are so hardcore against like these trafficking rings and pedophilia and the Epstein stuff and the Clinton body count shit. And I mean, the list goes on and on from like, child protective services, kidnapping kids and like selling them to people, blah, blah, blah. Right. Uh-huh. They're so against that. They're disgusted by these elitists who are like molesting kids and stuff. But at the same time, they love the Catholic Church so much.
Wow.
They love Catholicism.
Is that true?
They love it. They're like, dude, a lot of these kids are like becoming like Roman Catholic. Like they want to restore like the Holy Roman Empire type shit.
Roaming
and
around with some kids.
Wah, wah. Molested by Pope I have. But
I don't think...
Dude, did you see the new article that came out today about that?
Of course I didn't.
The Pope molesting all those kids. Like,
wait, is this a real article?
Like there were like 47...
What site did this come out on?
BenjaminAvery.blogspot.com. Dude, I will pull this up, Jace. Like there were like 47 priests who all confessed that they have molested kids in the church, and like all 47 of them said they were molested by the higher up guy, like the lead guy.
Yeah.
So it's just like this ripple down effect.
Yeah, terrific. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe you. You don't even have to bring up proof. Hey, you're saying that I never heard about this. So you're saying that
the Legion of Christ. Yeah.
Legion of Christ, I guess that's a branch of the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
You're saying Catholicism is bad?
So an internal investigation by the Legion of Christ has identified 175 victims of sexual assault by priests, including 60 victims of the now disgraced founder of the order and one victim who still has a lawsuit pending. So I think this represents 63 to 43% of the 175 victims of priests in the congregation. So like all these priests were also molested by this guy right here. Yeah. This old bullfrog.
He's not even hot.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah, I mean it's rampant in the Catholic Church.
It's really fucked up.
This is like a thing I use when people like I'm not like as heavy conspiracy theory as Ben, but when people are like I have friends who are like, dude, Epstein just killed himself. Face up to the facts, man. There's no conspiracy. I'm like,
no one's saying that now. Right?
I know a couple people who are saying that.
God.
I'll give you their names after the podcast. We'll go over to their house and beat their ass.
Bill Clinton,
Bill Clinton,
Hillary Clinton,
listen,
Obama.
listen. Even Bill Clinton would be like, listen, we did fuck though. You need to know that. You know, I never deny pussy fucking. But to the friends who are like,
you know me. If
know-
I'm on a plane and there's pussy to be had, I'm gonna have it.
grass on the field, play ball, and sometimes there's no grass. You play ball anyway.
Sometimes you gotta get AstroTurf. You know what I mean?
I put a merkin on them.
Throw a merkin on a baby. I feel like good. I feel that is consent.
And now the FBI's coming in with their lawnmower. They're trying to cut the grass down. It's like I was just trying to play ball.
I was just trying to make a sunny, grassy day for everybody.
We were in international airspace, okay? And now show me the space laws that say I can't fuck a hot 13-year-old.
I took a spaceship to the moon to have gay sex with a child. It's fine on the moon. On the moon, everybody's 4 to 7.
Hey, you know how you eat ass on the moon? Just add water. You gotta have dehydrated ass.
I will fuck the man on the moon. I'll fuck him.
We need to get to Mars to see if there's any more kids there for me to have sex with. So when people bring up when they're like,
I love MREs. You know what that is? Man ready to eat. I love them.
you know, in college they used to call me Hungry Man, you know? Because I ate the Hungry Man and I ate pussy all the time.
I'm the hungry man and I eat a hungry man. I'm hungry like the wolf, y'all.
Excuse me, Mr. Bill Clinton. Are you also into boys as well? I'm confused. Do you just have sex with underage girls?
I don't discriminate. Okay, I love everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good answer, actually. So you're also a pedophile.
I don't believe in gender.
Or age.
I'm an equal opportunity splitter, y'all. I'll split anybody.
I'll split anybody like a piece of wood underneath a man's axe.
Like the way Gallagher would hit a watermelon. I will split that pussy.
You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see Gallagher take Baby Yoda, put him up on that stage, and hit him with a big mallet. I think that'd be fun, y'all.
Sledge-o-matic.
No. I'm pulling the plane up from a nose.
Reassignment of gender surgery I got.
Up you must pull your socks.
Them they I am. It's them they.
Yeah.
For him.
Pronouns you assume. To these people.
Heteronormative you are.
Jesus Christ.
Bruce Jenner, I have no idea who is they are.
Always been a woman, he has. I mean, they have. Mistake I've made. Apology I must issue.
Baby Yoda getting canceled for misgendering Bruce Jenner.
Right. Baby Yoda tried to fight Greta Thunberg.
Twitter account I must cancel.
Rehab I enter. Fucking. Anyway.
Don Lemon I don't like.
Okay. Benjamin Owen.
I hope people are enjoying this as much as I am.
Yeah.
As dumb as this
I don't know. This might be too dumb.
I am having a great time.
But it is fun.
It is 11:49.
Yeah, it's late. We're pretty tired, but anyway.
This Christmas.
David Duke red pilled I am.
Honk honk, I do say.
Yeah.
It's reversed though.
Right. The little honk first, yeah.
Pilled honk I am.
All right.
Joker movie I have seen.
We have
Baby Yoda loves the Joker movie.
we stepped
Baby Yoda in Joker makeup.
Twisted he is.
All the same. Because I'm different, why they laugh at me. Because they're all the same. Why I laugh at them. Hot Topic I shop at. All right. No more fucking Baby Yoda.
Mental illness I have to pretend I don't have.
Kind of the idea of people really hating this makes me laugh a lot more.
I know.
People getting like so mad, taking their reviews off.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Oh
No.
that baby Yoda, that baby, but like no, like hear me out on Brainchild the other day. They did this Baby Yoda bit, and it was like fucking twisted, man. Like it was like legit crazy. Like they were imagining Baby Yoda as like a racist. They were imagining Baby Yoda as like a Nazi.
Yeah,
and, like,
dude,
a
it's
school
like
shooter.
it's like here's the thing. Like I get the creative license of like performing, but like at a serious point, you gotta like wonder like what's wrong with these guys, you know?
I mean, those fools are really hitting the switches on the Baby Yoda impersonations.
Right. Those guys are local. They're local for Senor Baby Yoda.
Like it was already like a twisted bit, and then like they like kept doing the twisted bit. It was like, oh my god!
And then you're like, when can Baby Yoda get even more like autistic? Then they start doing like Mexican Joker voice about Baby Yoda.
I'm gonna take all like my shirts with the WB characters and have a Baby Yoda embroidered onto it now, man. Dog.
But like they really like for me the bit like was all worth it. Like at the end when they said like Baby Yoda loves the Joker because like I love the Joker.
I
and
love the
was
Joker.
Like, okay, like it's like sometimes it's like about the destination and not the journey.
Right, like
which is weird.
It
'cause
makes
usually
me
it's the other
wonder.
way
Like
around.
I love Looney Tunes. Like it makes me wonder. Like could they take like a Tasmanian devil and make Baby Taz, and then could they make like Baby Taz the Joker?
Like, what if they like did like a baby foghorn leghorn dog? Like for real.
Like for real, he's
Baby-
like all southern and shit.
like Tweety Bird is like cool, like but like he's like way cooler than Woodstock. Like when it
Like-
comes to the little yellow birds,
Yeah.
like way cooler bird.
Yeah, like
is
Woodstock.
Tweety.
Like he's got that music festival, which is cool, but he's like a little bitch. Woodstock. He's like Snoopy's bitch.
He's like Snoopy's bitch.
But like Tweety Bird's like a free thinker, you know?
Exactly, that's what I've been saying.
Okay.
I love Tweety Bird.
I do too, dog.
and Baby Yoda.
All right, let's have,
Like,
let's
I
have
like-
gay sex now.
Dude, look at this drawing I made of like Tweety Bird and Baby Yoda getting married. Do you follow me on DeviantArt, bro?
It's really the DeviantArt. Like I drew this picture
The
of like
DeviantArt Cholo.
yeah, like here's the thing, like you know, like you know, my cousins love tagging, and I like went tagging with them, but they wouldn't let me tag no more because I drew pregnant Sonic. And then, like, what they said was really fucked up was that it was a baby Mario inside pregnant Sonic's belly. And they're like, hey, that implies that, like, Mario fucked Sonic. I'm like, you don't know that, dog. You don't know that. God damn it. I'm, like, physically moving away from the table at this point. Okay. We have to, like, get
I
serious.
submitted this cartoon of like Baby Yoda fucking Wile E. Coyote dog to Pornhub, and like now it's like supplementing all my income right now. Dog. Honestly, like I never thought I would be able to. Jace,
Yeah.
been on any good dates lately?
Wait, I had that serious point I wanted to go back to.
Oh yeah,
When people say the Epstein stuff where they're like, he just killed himself, man, you got to face up to the facts. Like, conspiracy theories aren't real. It's like, you look at the Catholic Church, that was a conspiracy theory for 50 years.
yeah.
Like, if in 1990 you started ranting about the Catholic Church raping kids, it's like, people would be like, oh, you're crazy, man. Like, the same thing with the Epstein stuff. It's like, no, it was like every single city in America where there's a Catholic Church, kids are getting molested.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. What are you wearing? Santa Claus's long johns, Ben?
You went down to your long johns like you're an old-timey prospector.
You really did.
You look like you're in Treasure of the Sierra Madre. There's gold up in them pods, I tell you. It's the stuff that artistic dreams are made of.
For anyone listening, I'm wearing long johns underneath my
They're
big
like
jeans.
Christmas red. And his pants are, he's got mom jeans style.
Right. And he's got the little flap in the back where just his butt hangs out when the
Yeah.
flap comes down.
I tried to shit out of it. I had to take the entire thing off to shit in the airplane bathroom.
I just shit out
To take
the
my,
pant leg.
I was completely naked.
you don't have the
shitting.
flap?
There is a flap, but it's like my ass is pretty big, so it's hard to shit out of it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
Yeah, I have the same thing with boxers. Can't shit out of it.
You wear your boxers backwards so you can shit through the hole.
So I can shit through the hole, but what ends up happening usually is I just hit both sides of the flap on the way out. I think we said this before, but it actually, I forget to unbutton it and it just goes through the button.
Yeah.
Like Play-Doh stars.
So, Jace,
Yeah.
how's your love life?
Oh man, I'd be fucking and sucking all night long.
Hell yeah.
Me so horny.
Merry Christmas.
Me be fucking and sucking. I'm coming down some chimneys, if you know what I'm talking
Are
about.
you going to wrap up your cock and balls like a Christmas present?
Mm-hmm. And give it to my dad.
Put it under a woman's Christmas tree?
Mm, that's right. And I go, baby, I got a present for you. It's a fucking Yule log, folks.
Oh, hell yeah.
Come on.
So, Jace, your fucking point was that about the Catholic Church, like if you're running around saying all these people, all these holy men of God are molesting children, people would act like you're like a heretic and like
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, every piece of breaking investigative journalism was at one point a conspiracy theory. Like Watergate. Ground bacon. It was my fucking type of
Well, Epstein
story,
was a far-right conspiracy theory for a long time.
Yeah.
100%. People treated you like you were crazy if you believe that. And like the same thing for like Watergate or something like that. Watergate was a conspiracy theory, you know.
Yeah. It was.
Woodward and Bernstein were treated like they were insane, you know, until they actually published the story and it was proven correct.
Yeah. Like the female orgasm.
Right. Conspiracy theory.
Big conspiracy.
Mm-hmm. That's actually the one conspiracy I don't believe in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's all I got on that.
Well, hold on though. What are some other things that were considered fucking crazy if you said them 50 years ago that we know now today to be true?
Aliens.
The Earth being flat.
Yep. The Earth is being flat.
Well, I'm trying to think. What was an actual crazy conspiracy theory?
Well, now here's what's great. Because of Epstein, all these conspiracy theories have come back and have proven to be valid. Because they're like, well, if they've done this, then like the OKC bombing has been very relevant since this with Terrence Hickey and all these people.
How so?
Well, do you know about Terrence Hickey?
I don't know.
Terrence Hickey was a fucking dude. First of all, shout out. I do joke about people killing presidents and them being heroes in my mind. I half joke about that, but the real
only half.
But the real whistleblowers, dude, that you will never hear about them because they will be put to bed so quick. As Kevin once said, you kiss both of the titties, you go nighty night, and you put them to bed. And that the CIA and the FBI, they treat these people the way Kevin treats titties. He kisses them, and he puts them right to bed.
Put them to bed.
Well, like who was that guy?
Whistleblower, man. I wish I was a whistle.
Like who was that guy who?
Terrence Hickey was that black cop at.
Whoa, man.
Well, he was like a really cool, badass, like black cop.
Okay.
And he saw a bunch of shit go down at the OKC bombing. He had all this information. And he was, doing his own investigation for the weeks following the event. And he had a lot of information.
You mean like ties to white nationalist organizations throughout Southern America? Yeah.
It's pretty complicated, but he, saw shit go down. It, like nothing matched up with the truck being where it was, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, Terrence Hickey was found in a field. He had crawled out of his car, which was filled with blood. He climbed a fence and crawled like a mile and died in a field. Jesus. He had like stab wounds all over him, gunshot wounds. His wrists were like cut.
Sounds like a classic suicide to me.
And they ruled it a suicide.
Yeah,
no fucking
ruled
way.
it a suicide. And they ruled that he'd crawled so far into that field to die because he wanted to be someplace comfortable when he was dying.
Right.
Why didn't he just recline in his car?
Or like actually walk to the field and then kill himself.
No, it makes no fucking. So guys like Terrence Hickey, guys like Michael Hastings, these people
who's the guy
forgotten to time.
Who's the guy who
they're relevant now with Epstein, which is cool because these people are actual patriots. They are actually heroes.
Well, that's the same thing with like people with like Snowden, where people like I know people who would be like Snowden's a traitor and he should be killed. And it's like, what are you talking about? Like he actually did something incredibly brave. Like he revealed to the American people that they're being spied on through technology like 24/7.
Yeah.
And people treat him like he's a pariah because of that. It's very weird.
Yeah.
Or the guy who unveiled that the government was selling what was it, like crack to like the inner cities to pay for guns in like Nicaragua. Like Chechen rebels and shit like that. He was I forget the fucking guy's name, but he was like discredited. He was found like shot twice in the back of his head, like in his just apartment, and they're like, yeah, you know, just a break-in, classic break-in situation.
These are criminal organizations.
Yeah.
And I think these people are threatened when what was the incident about this before that you were talking about?
I don't know.
Before the crack one?
Fucking Snowden.
Yeah, so here's the thing with Snowden, like Julian Assange is being psychologically tortured as we speak.
That's probably
and
true.
No one has done anything greater in the past decade than that guy, right?
He fucked Pamela Anderson.
Truth.
You mean fucking Pamela Anderson?
He fucked Pamela Anderson?
Yeah. She was like his girlfriend.
Really? Mm-hmm. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Salute. That's badass. I thought he might be like gay or something.
No. I
He's
mean,
got Hep C.
Yeah. You can't be gay if you have Hep C.
That's right. That's right.
I don't know. Maybe these people are threatened because they all say it's these people are anti-patriotic because they threaten, what do they say, national security. Mm-hmm. It's one of those bullshit things, like when a certain party says like, oh, well, we respect family values, which all that actually means is they want to overturn Roe v. Wade and their anti-gay marriage and all this shit that has nothing to fucking do with families, right? Mm-hmm. So when they say this stuff threatens national security, it's just a bullshit, empty sentiment. It's like, oh, well, you don't love America, you don't love traditional America.
Well, I think I want to say I think these people are threatened if you try to put the power back in their hands because they don't fucking want it. They want to give it right back. So if you're like, hey, here's the truth. Oh, you mean ordinary people?
Yeah. So if you're like, here's the truth, here are the answers, here is information, do with it what you will. You are being lied to, blah, blah, blah. I think people naturally, like, there's like cognitive dissonance there, and they get pretty upset, and they just like, nope, giving it back to them.
Yeah, no.
We don't want it. We don't want it.
That's how my friends react, where it's very much like, no, fuck, no. Just no, like an instant rejection. Don't want to look into anything.
Yeah.
And it is like, I showed Kevin They Live the other day, which is a great movie. A lot of people think it's about a Jewish ethno state, which is very silly.
Really?
Yeah, there's like a big rumor online that's about like Jews controlling the media, which is just stupid.
What do you know?
But it's the same type of thing. Like, put the shades on and like see that like everything is like causing you to behave in a certain way.
Yeah.
Or be, kind of a member of society, a well-functioning member of society.
Yeah, there is a truth out there about everything. You know what I mean? And like a lot of people, it's interesting that you brought that up because it's like some people you'll reveal a somewhat of a conspiracy, or take the They Live thing or whatever. It's
right.
Like they're trying to say something, and yet somebody who's got these racist glasses on or whatever is like, oh, it's about the Jews.
Right.
It's just like, no, you.
That's the unfortunate thing I think about a lot of conspiracy theory type talk is when I think conspiracy theory, and I say that to people, I think they think I mean there's 5 people controlling everything and they're behind every criminal organization or manipulation through the media or government or politics or cops or whatever. I don't think that's true. When I say conspiracy theory, it's like when you if you've ever worked at a business and you've seen how they kind of conspire to do something.
Yeah.
And just shit like happens from like 4 people in a specific organization and it goes from there down to like the bottom in like more discreet type of ways. It's the same type of thing where like the fucking like Bush administration was like, oh shit, we need to protect America from terrorist attacks. And probably a lot of them thought they were doing something good. And they're like, yeah, so we should start spying on everybody.
Yes.
And then they're like, oh, but the American public can't know this or they'll freak out, but we're keeping them safe. So it's okay to keep it a secret. And then that just is like 20 people talk about that in a room like concretely, and then they give orders and directives to their respective departments, and then that's the actual conspiracy. It's just the Patriot Act getting passed,
right?
And then like the government like slowly spying on people more and more and more to the point where it's like we live in like a Big Brother type society with that type of shit,
giving away more and more rights.
Right, exactly.
Well, people, I think it's very rare for somebody to do something as pure evil. And know and be like, oh, I'm a bad guy.
Yes.
It's very rare. I think most people, I mean, even extreme cases where somebody kills their wife and kids, you know what I mean? They're like, oh, I'm protecting them from the evil that is this world.
Right.
Or whatever,
I read a thing about Donald Rumsfeld, who was in the Bush administration. I forget where it was. It was like a GQ article or something. And their big point they try to drive home is regardless of what you think of this man, he thinks he's doing the right thing. He's doing terrible. And they said the same thing about John McCain. He's a warmonger who wants to kill brown people, but he really believes that he's doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Like no part of this is him being like, yeah, I just want to fucking kill brown people as much as I can.
Yeah.
Because I'm evil. There's no part of that.
Well, I'm sure he'd want to kill white people if they were cutting off clitorises and
Right.
stuff.
Really, I think the only person you hear of who is like truly evil is just Dick Cheney, who has like said in interviews that he wanted to create a forever war because it would boost the American economy.
Well, see that, but still, he's thinking he wants to boost the economy.
Yeah, that is fucking Scrooge McDuck though, right there. Yeah.
Man, what a great man. Dick Cheney.
Right.
Donald Rumsfeld. You know what I mean? You see that guy's ass? Ben?
You remember when Dick Cheney shot that guy in the cock?
In the face.
In the ass?
They shot him in the face.
He shot him in the taint.
He did?
Shot him in the balls and the asshole.
Dick Cheney was actually filming an episode of Jackass when that happened.
It was the Kenny Rogers sketch.
Right. He goes, "Hey, my name's Dick Cheney.
Welcome to Jackass.
I'm going to shoot my best friend in the face." Bow, meow, meow, meow. And then he kicked Weeman in the nuts.
Dude, that's a good bit.
Yeah, that's a good bit.
That's a good bit.
End of bit.
Would you guys fuck a midget?
I saw a really hot midget at the gym like half a year ago, and she was so hot that I know I couldn't fuck her. That's how hot
Was
she
she
was.
famous?
Yeah, she was famous.
She's fucking famous.
No. She was like, it was weird because she was like 4 feet tall, and her proportions were a little bit fucked up or different.
Yeah.
So she had like little person proportions, but she had like a real fat ass.
LPPs?
And like LPPs, and she had real big titties, and she had like a gorgeous face. I'm like, oh, she's like beautiful.
Yeah.
And I'm a regular person, and I can't go on a date with this woman. Like, that's how hot she is.
What if you fell in love with her, though?
That would be very beautiful, and then I just murder her.
Open your soul. Yeah, then you just
We try to have
dislocate
sex,
her
and
hips.
I would kill her. Yeah.
Yep. That's very true.
Right. It would be like a fat cop eating a whole chicken, just a roasted chicken, just tearing one leg off.
Man, that would be horrible for you to date a woman with a small vagina.
Yeah, that'd suck, man.
Yeah. Or like a kid
Yeah.
with a small vagina.
Yeah. I have dated
Not
a
like
woman.
one of those big pussy kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I did have a thought in New York about like
The M&M store?
This is gonna sound bad.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, like what? Like not like all the other stuff you've said. Not like all the other really good stuff that you've said.
No, but this is like a real thought.
Okay, what's your real bad thought?
We might cut it out.
Are you just gonna scream the N-word?
It's a thought I had.
I had this thought.
Jinx.
Nice.
What was your bad thought, Ben?
It's like you've like looked at a kid before, right? And you thought,
Jesus.
All right,
Christ.
save that point right here.
it's like you see a kid, and sometimes both boy or girl,
Okay.
and you go, okay, that is an attractive kid. It's
There can be.
No, I have thought.
it's a good looking kid.
I have thought that before where I'm
Yes.
like, oh, that kid's going to grow up to be really hot.
You had
In
that
like
thought,
one
too.
or a year and a half, it's going to be really hot.
But all
No, like seriously, like sometimes you see like a little kid, boy or girl, and you're like, oh, that's going to be a handsome person.
yeah,
one day.
so but at the time too, it's like, yeah, but they're also like a good looking kid.
Right. You're like, that kid has cheekbones, which is weird for like a 12-year-old.
They have like a nice face.
Right.
They're
Huge
like
hog.
in good shape.
Yeah.
They got a little bulge. but I'm
bulge in the
saying
type.
you see sometimes a kid is like kind of hot. It's like a hot kid.
Do you want to fuck the kid?
No, it's not like you get aroused because the kid is like a hot kid.
But you're saying it's like seeing a painting that's really nice.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
here's my thing.
Okay. Oh, there's another thing.
We need to start. We need to meet the pedophiles halfway. I think, because there's a little bit of a misunderstanding. I think.
Okay.
Where I really think the American public is gaslighting pedophiles. Because we're acting like, oh my God, that's crazy that they would want to fuck a 12-year-old boy, which it is. But let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater here. And let's look at the facts, is that there are some hot kids where you go, that is like, I
What
want
the
to.
fuck
this a real
are you
thought?
talking
No, I'm
about?
saying with the pedophiles, you go, okay, I'll meet you halfway here.
Why?
I'll meet them halfway
What is
and go.
the benefit
"They're-
of meeting a pedophile?
I'm not going to
halfway?
pretend some kids aren't. It's like a good-looking kid. Do I get hard for them? No. Do I get horny for them? No. Do I have sexual thoughts about them? No. Not interested, but I can appreciate a good-looking kid.
But what's the benefit of meeting them halfway?
Because I think it's bullshit that we're gaslighting these pedophiles for thinking it's crazy. They're just taking it one step further and going, and therefore.
So you're saying you want to have sex with a kid, but you don't.
No, you're putting words in my mouth. Now you're gaslighting me the way you guys gaslight pedophiles.
This is the dumbest bit you've ever done.
It's the same thing with bestiality, where, like, if you...
Hey, Ben, use the same logic with racism. Come on, go for it.
No, here's the thing with bestiality too.
Go ahead. I'm just saying.
Kevin, if I played you a video of a horse fucking a lady with nice jugs, and a nice pussy and a nice ass, if it was just on, part of you would get a little stimulated.
I don't think so. I'm not really into horses.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't think so.
I'm not gonna.
How did you make the jump from fucking a kid to a horse?
I'm just
fucking
when
a
it
woman
comes
with
to the
big jugs?
bestiality and the pedophilia stuff. I think we need to meet these people halfway, where we go, this is bad, this is wrong, this is a line you should not cross. It's disgusting, it's evil. But let's not pretend it's
The defense rests, Your Honor.
Yeah, the court cheers. Yeah. I find pedophilia is now legal.
I'm not saying legalize pedophilia. Make it more legal than it already is.
That's your sign at a Bernie rally.
Look,
legalize it.
He hits the gavel, ruling life in prison. But hey, don't give this guy a hard time. These kids were not ugly kids. Don't be jerks about it. You guys get it.
I think if I can take Ben's bastardized, very bad opinion and kind of filter it into a good one.
It is bad, but it has to be said.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
No,
at all.
Not even a little.
If I can take his bastardized beef jerky opinion and filter it into some caviar over here.
Oh, wow.
I am Coastal Elite. Mm-hmm. I think kind of what the hint of you're saying is like, hey, let's understand that people who are pedophiles are suffering from a brain affliction, and let's get them the treatment or the fucking, like, let's get a program started where it's like...
Don't you nod your head like that's what you were trying to say?
That was not what you were trying to say at all.
Finally, somebody hears me.
If we okay, listen, if you're attracted to kids, we're not going to beat the shit out of you and rape you at a bar bathroom. But we have a program where we will ship you to an island.
John Benet Ramsey was a good-looking kid. And here's the thing. We have child beauty pageants, and they rate which kid is better looking than the other kid.
I also think child beauty pageants are fucked up. I don't think that shit exists.
Yeah, they're fucked up.
Yeah,
they're not as fucked up as, like, fucking a kid, though.
Why are we talking about this?
Because I think pedophiles need a voice in media.
You're an idiot.
Everybody deserves to have a voice, Kevin.
Hey, if I can translate...
Everybody's equal. Pedophiles... Nazis, normal people.
Okay, you made your point. Now let me make my point.
Wojaks.
Eating shit isn't that crazy, guys. But think about it. Really think about it.
Okay, argue it. I'll hear you out.
Well, what if somebody ate a lot of really good food that you like, and then they shit it into your mouth?
Well,
then that would be good.
I will say this. Are there health benefits to eating shit from time to time?
Only if you need to replace your biome or whatever.
Okay, so there you go. So I'll meet those people halfway too.
Also, by the way, eating your own shit is fine compared to raping a kid.
I'm not saying you...
Eating your own shit is a victimless crime.
You guys are... You're not hearing me out.
You're gaslighting me.
I feel like you guys are really disenfranchising me right now.
I feel
very isolated.
I feel like...
Are you trying to turn being a pedophile into some woke shit?
No, I'm not saying it's woke. I'm saying let's not...
We heard what you said. You're just saying it over and over again. No, it's just...
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
I do think we should have...
I don't look down on bestiality as much as I used to. And I'm not into it, but I'm saying I don't think it's that crazy.
It's animal abuse.
Is it?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe sometimes the horse does want a nut, though. Have you thought about
horses
that?
Always want a nut.
I think if you're letting the animal fuck you, it's kind of not that terrible, is it?
Little kids in other countries fuck the chickens. And I don't know if it's more of animal abuse than putting the chickens in cages.
If you fuck the animal, that's fucked up.
Like Tyson Farms, that's animal abuse.
Why?
And you eat Tyson Farms chicken. You fuck.
I eat Tyson Farms asses. I'll eat a chicken's ass. I just won't fuck it.
But can we agree? I
illegal.
kind of do have a serious point here. There's a difference between fucking an animal and letting the animal fuck you. I think one is a little better.
I can't.
So you're saying it's worse to fuck a chicken than keep it in a cage and give it like HGH and make it look like a little Franken chicken?
Yeah.
For 28 days and
Yep.
it's just in a howl and then
If
you
there's
kill it
any
and
place
eat it?
I'm going to post my flag, it's right
That's
here.
what you're saying.
This is where I will.
So
I
you're
will
saying-
not compromise on this. That fucking a chicken is worse than keeping it in a cage.
Whatever, dude. I just think you're not in tune with yourself sexually, and
Yep.
that's why you're so anti-chicken fucking.
Don't shame me. You know what I mean? Don't. This is sexual shaming. It really is. You're just. You know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe you're so woke that you have it figured out.
I'm an open-minded guy.
Yeah.
I love to meet people halfway. Everybody knows that about me.
You love everyone except people who do comedy.
Yeah,
That's it.
I meet everybody halfway except people that do that.
Right. Does the camera shut off?
The camera has shut off.
Oh, no.
Why did it shut off?
No more storage space.
Man, but we were really getting to the heart of this pedophile debate.
Oh God, man.
Well, Jace got what I was saying.
No, I mean, I think
Yeah, I don't get it.
I think
That's
you had a
what's
really
happening.
terrible point, and we don't need to keep arguing about it because it's not going to be funny or interesting. But I do think there is.
Coastal elitism again. Knows what's funny. You know?
But I do think there's nothing like interesting to me about arguing like ever. You know, like some people really like that as a form of entertainment.
Well, yeah, I
Yes,
think
it
people.
is.
I
Yes,
think people
huh?
mistake.
Right. We all know
like,
the key to comedy is no butting. That's the key to comedy.
Conflict.
Well, you definitely need like an opposing point of view, but I think you're right. I think people confuse like that, like it's like overly agreeing with everything everyone is saying. That is boring.
Right.
That doesn't mean you have to argue about everything. Mm-hmm. I agree totally.
I disagree. But I do think there is a valid point you're making. That is, I think people who are committing crimes, no matter what they should be actually taken care of and tried to like be given help, you know, instead of, you know, let's take the pedophilia angle out of it. Mm-hmm. Like somebody who's a career criminal or somebody who's like abusive towards people or somebody who's like addicted to sucking and fucking a horse. Like instead of just throwing them in jail and letting them get raped all day, you know, there should be like programs to actually help these people, like improve their lives.
Yeah.
You playing Candy Crush there, buddy?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Kevin's playing Candy
Kevin's just playing Candy. Are you really playing Candy Crush right now?
Yeah. Yeah. I know. No, I just had to respond to a booker.
Oh, okay. You're
Okay.
texting an actual booger.
Okay,
booger, yeah.
How about this? I do feel bad. I kind of fucked up the podcast here. So how about we edit out the whole thing before I went into the pedophile stuff, and let's just start here.
No, you mean the part where you look bad? You want to edit out?
Well, I feel like you guys were really uninterested by my point.
It was so bad.
So we should just, I thought I actually see that's where my retardation comes in. Is I really thought I was like making kind of a cool point.
I mean, it's very hip. It's a very hip point.
I thought it was a cool guy.
Well, I
point.
think you could make
put
it
on a bowler hat before you started making your point, and you're like drinking goat's milk.
Well,
and
the
you're
thing is, like,
pedophilia.
even if you had a hit point, like your argument was just like pedophilia is good, and it's like, all right, do you have like a B, C to that
That's
argument?
not what
or-
I was. I guess I argued it bad. I guess I wasn't.
I mean,
And then when Kevin went against you, just go, come on.
I guess and we're gonna cut all this out. But my point is,
The entire podcast is just going to be you saying you love pedophiles.
no, my point.
I'm going to cut everything but this out.
I think people act like it's crazy. And let's go back to the Shoshana thing with Jerry Seinfeld. People act like it's crazy that he would find her attractive.
Right, that is a little bit where
Well,
they're like,
yeah.
there is something where I think people online are like, can you believe he dated that 17? And that is fucked up, but it's like, man, she really did not look 17.
I don't know if it is fucked up.
I think that is a little fucked up.
it's illegal.
Yeah, it's illegal.
and you have to respect the law. And I will
It was
say,
illegal?
to have sex with somebody who's underage.
and not even
Then
Yes.
he was dating a minor.
yeah,
I thought in certain states you could date a 17-year-old.
not New York.
She wasn't in New York.
Yes.
No, she was at UCLA in California.
Yeah, also not in California.
Same in California.
In that year, that was illegal.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
why
yeah.
didn't he go to jail?
Because
nobody pressed charges. Yeah.
'Cause he had money. And
Also, I think
the like, this is good for your future.
Yeah, I also think the really
And she
fucked
was
up,
probably thrilled too.
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I think the really fucked up thing in that is you are a millionaire 34-year-old, like just finding somebody who is very easily influenceable. I think that's kind of partly the bad thing about, like, you know, all those guys in fucking high school back in Texas who they're like 24 and they're dating a 17-year-old, and technically you can make the argument where like, well, it's not, you know, that terrible, but it's like, it is an older guy who has more experience finding a young easily manipulated woman, and just using her for fucking and sucking. That's it, and being a shitty boyfriend.
I mean, it really there is. I mean, you can't just be like the, you know, grass on the field, play ball kind of a guy. You know what I mean? Like and that's why I think it is important to have some sort of like, intimate, psychological relationship with people, to where you're actually meeting them on some sort of intellectual level.
Halfway.
I do think there is like
meet them halfway.
I do think there is like a little bit of a smell test on every type of situation like that. Like I know I could go out on a date if I wanted to have sex and emotionally manipulate a woman into thinking I like her, and then fucking her 5 times and then just ghosting her.
Same night?
But I don't, same night.
Hell
but
yeah.
I don't try to do that because it's shitty. I accidentally do that because I think I'm in love with her.
Yeah.
But if I intentionally, like, there's guys like that. I've talked to like my female friends and they're like, that happens all the time, where guys are like, you're so fucking special to me. I think we're really going somewhere. And they fuck for like 3 months. And then she's like, hey, are we dating? He's like, okay, bye. And then just like kind of disappears and then finds like 2 other women to do that to. That happens all the fucking time. And it's not as fucked up as like somebody dating somebody underage, but it's still like fucked up, you know? It's using somebody's body under false pretenses.
Okay. Yeah. So
in the same way, I've had women who just want to get like reenact rape scenarios from their childhood through me, and that feels fucked up too.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, you're just using my body in a way I didn't approve of before I got there.
Right.
You're just throwing me into this situation.
They're like, Jace, take me in the confessional booth. Come on.
Okay, Kevin, we're at 1:30 now. I started this bullshit. I'm really sorry, guys. At like 1:18, 1:19.
That was a good point.
So just I'm serious. Just cut it out because it was not interesting, and I fucked up, and I apologize.
Text me the time.
I will.
1:18.
So we're starting from now.
No, So now we're at 120. We're not at 130 anymore. We're at 120.
Okay.
So we didn't lose a bunch, but I don't want it to ruin the fucking episode because we have a great episode here.
Yeah. Well, to the listeners, sorry, we had to cut out Ben being a great guy and being very empathetic towards the Catholic Church and just pedophiles in general.
Yeah, Ben tried to go on a big I am defending pedophiles. Let's not be so hard on them argument.
Yeah. Yep.
That was really,
poignant. Very poignant. Because I mean, there's, what I don't know. That's why I only have sex with my wife. It just keeps me out of trouble.
Well, when it comes to sex, there's a lot of weird shittiness that happens, and it happens to guys and women alike. Like I was kind of talking about that. I've specifically had women where we've gone on a date. They're like, let's go back to my place. I'm like, cool. And they're like, we're having sex. And they're like, oh, choke me or whatever. I'm like, okay, whatever, if you're into that. Yeah. And then they would like there was this one woman, I remember one time she'd just broken up with her boyfriend. She's like, I just want to get fucked. And then I went back to her place and she was like, choke me. So I did. And she's like, harder. And I was like, okay. And then she was like, harder. And okay. And then at one point, like I was like feeling really uncomfortable, but I'm just, a stupid guy and I'm like drunk. So I keep going along with it. And I was like, I like looked at her in the eyes and I kind of had this idea. I was like, this woman like wants to die. Like this woman wants me to kill her.
Yeah.
In maybe not a conscious sense, but in a subconscious sense, she like is wishing for like self-annihilation at this moment.
Yeah.
And I just kind of like stopped and then I fucked her 3 more times and I got the hell out of there.
I don't know why people, and this is...
But it sucks that she put me in that situation is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The same way if I did that to somebody else, it would suck.
I'm just a little baby when it comes to the sex stuff, but it's just like, I don't know why people can't just enjoy having a...
Did a Groucho Marx eyebrow raise?
I'm just a little baby when it comes to the sex stuff.
Oh, hey, buddy.
No, but I don't know. I just...
I know.
Why... I mean, people guess they get their kinks or whatever when their
Right.
sexuality is developing. And you can't fault somebody for that. Or, I want to be
Do you kind of
sensitive to
do you
that.
kind of judge somebody if they have like a pretty weird kink or something?
Yeah, I do.
Like
I
if somebody's
don't-
just into like getting tied up, do you think that makes them kind of a worse person?
A worse person? No, I just think it's kind of weird. I mean, and I exist in this place where I will like judge somebody and not feel happy about it. But it'll be like, oh yeah, I guess I do kind of look down on that person because they want to pretend to get raped. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not even. I'm keep farting. I'm not even like trying to be funny, but
Why does it upset you?
it doesn't upset me. I just I'm just kind of like, man, I guess it kind of makes me sad a little bit, where I'm just like, man, I just and I guess that person could probably enjoy,
Right.
Well,
Well, 'cause
making sweet, passionate.
That is
love.
also the thing. I hate to get weirdly sexual, but like I've also experienced not like I'm not into like anything weird or like no leather at any point or no like tying somebody up. But I have dated women who are more into like that fucking like, aggressive sex type thing. And if there is like consent between the two parties and it's like discussed beforehand.
Hell yeah.
It's like, hey, it's kind of cool,
Have fun.
It's weirdly more intimate because somebody's trusting you to, be cool in the parameters that you guys have defined already.
Right.
But yeah,
So maybe sex is kind of like art. It's a way you can express yourself, and there's no right or
I
wrong
think
way to
so,
do it. So
yeah.
now you're defending pedophilia. It sounds like.
all right, let's delete more of the episode. Yeah, kind of in a way. I think as long as you're like both consenting, communicative adults, I think, for the most part.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
You're a couple of fucking weirdos want to be weird together.
As long as you're not like
go
a
for it.
furry, that's it. If you're a furry, I draw the line.
Well, see, now you're getting judgmental.
Because I will be judgmental about some
But is
stuff.
it like weirder? Is it like someone who wants to be choked in bed and someone who thinks like Jesus like died on the you know what I mean? Like is both are.
What do you mean?
Like in terms of like judging people for the things that they do, like both seem pretty like zoom way back.
Oh, yeah.
Both are pretty weird.
Logically, absolutely, I agree with you. But there's just something about like
Putting on a big hat with a cross on it.
Like,
and
look,
chanting and
Some
some
people-
lady that wants to get choked. It's like I guess everybody's just going to do whatever they want to do.
yeah, everybody's got their own regimen in the bedroom.
will say
They're just
getting-
looking for their little gem of truth.
What I like to do is I like to light a
what were
bunch
you
of
saying,
candles and then have my wife insert a bunch of sewing needles into my testicles, and that's just for me,
Right.
You know what I mean?
I
That's
do
just
also
what gets
think
me going.
I weirdly I don't want to say I have I just have more sexual experience with people than you guys. Like you both have just fucked one woman your entire life, and I don't think
A bunch of men though.
I fucked
Yeah.
and I fucked a lot of men. Had sex with them.
Hey, I had a really bad hand job once, so don't count me out like
From a
I
guy?
don't know nothing.
Right, she was using just her fingers sideways.
No, she was using her calloused hands. She was
She had Hulk hands.
twisting it. She was throwing her rifle around all
She was
day.
a
and then
welder.
jacked me off at night, just cutting my dick all to shit.
Nice. She put your dick on that thing people shape clay with. Just stepped on the pedal.
throwing
I'm
water at her.
underneath, strapped down, and she's just molding my cock. Mm-hmm. That would be actually pretty cool.
Yeah, but the fact that you equate, I think
That would be pretty awesome. You're just spinning around underneath. She's pumping it with her foot.
Just shaping the foreskin.
right,
in a-
you're like,
Yeah. Oh, don't twist it. Just let it slide through your fingers.
that sounds great, actually.
Yeah, she could sit on it.
be a little dizzy.
Sit
Yeah,
on the
sit and spin, bitch.
Hell yeah. No, but I'll do the spinning.
Yeah, that's when I'm fucking a really short bitch. I'll put her on my dick, and then I'll stand up and I'll spin her like a ZZ Top guitar.
I was dating this one bitch one time.
Yeah, this bitch?
Yeah. And she made me take her to a carnival. And then I had to put her head on those things you hit with a hammer. And then the thing goes way up. Well, she wanted me to hit her in the face with a sledgehammer.
Okay, that's her kink.
Yeah, that's her kink. And I was like, you know what? That's great. I also had to throw darts at her. She
Right.
was surrounded by balloons.
But I was gonna say,
Just squirt a bunch of water in her pussy.
Yeah. And
It,
it got
it had
bigger.
a clown's
and
mouth around
her
the pussy.
tits blew up, and then one of them blew up first, and the guy next to me started cheering.
Right.
She gave him a teddy bear.
you get a little hoop, and if you can land it on her clit, you win a big bear.
That's right.
Yeah, it
That's
just
right.
Keeps plink, it keeps plinking
You,
off.
you get a big anime body pillow you can fuck.
Right, that's
I
right.
throw a ping pong ball into her pussy, and she gives me a fish in a bag.
a dead fish in a bag.
There's a guy there squirting her pussy with Pam.
Right. Step right up and win a free dead fish.
There you go. It's what a pussy smells like, and you can win that smell.
All women are beautiful.
Yeah. I was going to say,
Not true.
I do think choking is a lot more common than you guys think it is. Like, I want to say almost half of all women are getting choked.
I don't think it's weird at all.
I thought you said you thought it was weird.
I said
no,
thought
Kevin.
it was weird.
Kevin thinks that stuff is weird. Kevin's very traditional.
It's very common.
Kevin
Maybe that's
just
just
has
me.
missionary
Maybe
stuff.
that's just me fucking in Los Angeles, but that's like very common.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
To the point where I show up on a first date, I just start choking, like as I'm introducing myself.
I mean, yeah, people are throwing sex around like it's handshakes nowadays. So you know what I mean? Just like waving hello to a person on the sidewalk, you know, they'll soon just swap in bodily fluids like it's, you know, just like it's a honk of their horn as they drive down the highway.
Right.
You know,
I do wish it was harder to have sex nowadays. With the apps, it's too easy to have sex. So I think that's what makes dating so hard out here is that it's just there's too many options, you know. You're like one avocado on like a mound of avocados at the grocery store.
Yeah.
Where versus I think before apps it was like, hey, there's 4 of us. Which one are you going to you know, date and then marry one day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think you can still, I don't know. It just depends on what you're looking for. I think if you're honest up front, you'll be able to kind of get what you're looking for. It is hard. I can't imagine, man. Just people are, I don't know. This might be judgment speaking. It just people just seem to be vapid and just fucking sex perverts and
I think also
they're just
people
fucking and sucking.
This
all day.
country's going straight to hell.
Straight to hell.
I think people are just also very sadly desperate for, you know, love and connection.
Yes.
And I think they get screwed. Like, I feel like every time I go on a date with a girl, I feel like I'm in love with her, you know?
Right. They're like, I'm just looking for love. Now hit me with this baseball bat. Like, I'm just looking for love and affection. Now stab me in the gut.
Well, the guys, too. You can't just make this about the women.
Oh, of course. Well, guys are super fucked up. But the difference about guys is like a man will put up with anything to have sex with somebody. You know what I mean? That's why
women be shopping, man.
Like a lot of like these women that are going, they're just like, Jace, fucking choke me harder.
Right.
Spit in my mouth. Like headbutt me while you're inside of me.
Right.
But Jace isn't going out there and being like, hey, squeeze my nuts. Can you squeeze my nuts?
Yeah.
You don't know me, bitch.
I know you a
I
little
think
bit.
I was like kind of emotionally cucked for a long time. I would date women that would treat me like shit.
They would hug somebody in front of you.
Yeah,
I mean, they would do that shit. They would flirt openly with people in front of me, talk about guys in front of me, and they would just like, you know, make me feel lower than dog. I would seek these women out. I attracted them naturally.
Yeah.
Because it was so nice to have the internal match the external, where you're like, I feel like a piece of dog shit. How great is it that this woman treats me the way I feel? And it, you know, it squared everything up, so to speak.
I joke like I'm addicted to crazy pussy, but in kind of a way, like it's a weird thing. I think your childhood kind of becomes a vibration that goes through your adult life where like it's like, well, if I grew up around like a crazy mom and dad who like I had to emotionally take care of, if I go on a date with a woman who's kind of like emotionally fucked up and like needs to be taken care of, there's a real part of me that kind of is like really attracted to that, and it's a problem.
You're like, I've done this before.
Yeah, it's like I know how to do this, and then it's like it's not even like I know how to do this. It's like the idea of being in front of this woman is sexually attractive to me. And then if I meet somebody who's a little more normal, I'm kind of like, nice lady.
I think I was just seeking out a woman that would kill me.
Right.
I'm serious.
I think
I wanted to find a.
You found her.
People have a real drive for self-annihilation.
Hi, Katie.
Hi, Katie.
Hi, Katie.
We're here to listen to the podcast. People have a real drive for self-annihilation for sure. I mean, you could say your drinking activities back in the day were a real kind of desire for
I just wanted to die.
Yeah, it was a desire. You would get drunk and you'd like walk in front of like buses and shit and like walk down the side of the highway. You know, people want to die all the time. But they, you know, they don't actually like.
Yeah, you're not
consciously
fucking
think.
special, Ben.
What the fuck?
People want to kill themselves all the time.
I didn't interpret it
Like
that
your
way.
fucking story's unique or some bullshit.
Like I want to keep shoving hamburgers down my face, you know, the same way. Like I want to give myself a heart attack. Kind of.
I go.
Do you
for
think
the
overeating is
long
about
con.
wanting to die?
I think no. I mean, it's kind of weird. It's like overeating like becomes like there's this cycle of binging where it's like I restrict for a long time. like maybe a week or two, and I'm really good, and I start to feel really good, and then I have one slip up.
Yeah.
And then that one slip up leads to like another slip up like a day later. And then next thing I know, it's like 3 days after the slip up, and I'm just like, just fuck it. I fucked up again. And then it's like you drive to Taco Bell and you get like 8,000 calories worth of food, and you're like, fuck me. You stupid fucking piece of shit.
So now I get it. You just have a different relationship with food than other people have.
Yeah, no,
because
for sure.
Because I eat something really shitty and I go, oh, I guess I just ate something really shitty today. Tomorrow I probably won't. And
There's a real emotional charge to it.
Right.
And then I think like for a long time, like that was kind of a way I was able to emotionally take care of myself, where it's like, oh, you feel shitty, you're not getting dopamine. It's like, hey, let's go eat a hamburger.
Yeah.
You get a quick boost of serotonin, you know?
There is a real addiction thing for me. You get a little bit of a high from getting, like, when I'm eating good, I don't feel full. I'm eating well. I'm like eating as much food as I need, eating when I need to eat, you know, at good frequencies. But then sometimes I'm just like, I just want to feel my fucking stomach. I just want to feel full as fuck and go to sleep and just have this huge gut just weigh me down into my dreams. And then I eat and it does feel good. It feels fucking good to be just like gorging myself. And then like
for
now,
like a second,
I've been farting for the last 3 hours straight. Just like I'm grossing myself out. I'm going to go look in the mirror later at my naked self. I'm going to get naked in front of a mirror and I'll be searching through my pubes for my cock. And just looking at my gut and just like being so upset.
Right.
And then later on, I'll just be like, oh, this is why you'll never, have a career, is because you're a big fat fuck, you fucking loser.
Right.
And I mean, it's not a good thing.
Then please don't play a mukbang.
No,
right
I'm not going to play it, but I found this mukbang lady that I love. Her name is B Loves Life. And dude, Kevin, I'm only pulling this up not as a non sequitur thing. I found this woman this week, and she will eat straight up like 20 pounds of lobster that she deshelled and like boiled and dip it in butter. And she makes a B Lovely's seafood sauce that's so good. Dude,
it's like a bucket of butter.
Dude, you will watch a 35... I fuck you not. This bitch is a millionaire. She's made millions of dollars doing this. Dude, you will watch all 45 minutes of her eating lobsters and scallops and crab that she's already deshelled with her husband and just talk about praising the Lord.
Okay.
Really?
There is something... I get the mukbang shit now. You live through these people, you go, damn, I wish I had that much lobster and crab and scallops in front of me, and I was just going to fucking town.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you
that's
get
not what it's
full
really
as the video goes on.
I guess that's not what it's really about, though. Like, she's like a celebrity trying to like eat a bunch of food, you know?
I just can't last that long before I come.
I'm just trying to meet you.
Give me a 2-minute video.
But like, Kevin, I totally get what you're saying. Like, because I've been feeling that. I'm like, why do I like this so much? And you get this sense of like fullness and like wholeness.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck, it's all inside me.
Yeah.
It's all fucking inside me.
I think
it's great.
Yeah, I think
So
for
good.
me, it's more like fucking. It's
Are you gonna tear up?
I think almost no. I had to stretch my eye. I think it's almost
cool,
like,
dude. You could be safe.
dude, I'm not fucking crying.
You're in a safe place, dude.
Shut
You're
the
with-
fuck
You're
up.
with your bros.
You're
dude.
pretentious.
I think I will fucking kill you.
Hey, I love how the podcast after you get called Coastal Elite, you're wearing a tie.
Right. That's great. Do you guys want me to attack you right now? Huh?
No, we're just messing with you. We love you, Jace. Hey, whoever, don't.
Leave me
Hey, if you're out there, don't
alone.
fucking talk shit on Jace. All right. Part of this podcast is us.
Talk shit on Kevin and Ben.
No, don't talk shit on me either, because I'm too sensitive.
No one talks
Right.
shit on me.
Well, I did respond. I tried to respond, like not take it personal, because I'm like, what is mentally wrong with this person that they are tweeting they don't like you to some stranger on the internet?
Well, now that we've talked about him enough, I guarantee you he's going to get you another one.
Oh yeah, he's gonna burn my ass. That's really good. The guy who lives in his basement and tweets at podcasts with fucking
The whole point of this,
115 faves or whatever.
the whole point of this podcast is to say whatever the fuck we want to say. We're going to feel bad, and we're trying to get past feeling bad and just saying shit.
For me, it's not like I didn't feel, but like he didn't get to me because I'm like, okay, that's clearly like a fucked up person or whatever. What more got to me is the fact that it was like I was thinking about it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like you get mad at yourself for thinking about it.
Yep.
But anyway, back to the food thing is, I think for me, it's kind of like, it's almost like a drug addict where it's like the fucked upness of what I'm doing is like kind of what I get off on, where it's like I feel like if Ben, like if you were to relapse or something,
Yeah.
like part of that would be like, yeah, let's just drive it into the fucking, just fuck it.
That was the whole
Just
thing.
Fuck it.
That's the whole thing.
Let's just like see how far down we can go.
So your relationship with food is the way mine was with booze.
It's a real all or nothing thing where it's like I'm completely sober, teetotaler, or it's like, okay, I fucked up 3 times, so fuck it and me, and let's see how far I can go down to the hole until here's the cycle is I get so down the hole I just fucking hate myself. And then I'm like, okay, we got to start over. And then it's like, build yourself up to start over, stay restricting for another 2 weeks, fuck up again.
Yeah.
And then it keeps repeating over and over again. And kind of the depressing part of that is like, I've kind of gotten to the point where I don't think it's ever going to like get fixed is how I honestly feel about it.
Yeah.
Like, is there any place where I'm going to be at a weight I want to, or eating in a way I feel like I want to be
I guess
eating?
getting sober is it's very hard, but I guess it's easier because all I have to do is just not drink alcohol.
Right. You don't have to drink like virgin daiquiris every
Right.
day to stay alive.
I think the key
Which I
is
do.
to
Right, but that's just because you like them.
But I actually have to drink them to stay alive. My doctor diagnosed me as insanely gay, and I have to have virgin daiquiris every day.
You sometimes he'll pass out, and we have to shoot cum directly into his heart with a big needle.
with his I think it's all about establishing a lifestyle that maintains where you want to be, and that's why like I do think like the parallel of like being an alcoholic where you not drinking alcohol is a lifestyle that you have had to adopt.
Yeah, it is
You know
a
what I mean?
lifestyle. Yeah.
And for eating healthier, being in shape, or getting 8 hours of sleep, or any of that shit, it is a lifestyle that you have to change. It's not like a thing that you figure out or whatever, and then you can kind of go back to who you were, but just not do this one thing. It's like you have to change everything. Ben just let out a nice little squeaker. And
Nice, dude.
It really got me.
Yeah, and I guess that's the thing is like right now I just feel like I'm in a place where it's like I don't think I can change. Like that's what it feels like.
Yeah, change.
Just because when you fail
Shit.
like over and over and over again, you know, it's like I'm like, yeah, I can try to eat healthy, but I just know in 2 weeks it's gonna fuck up again. And part of the problem is like kind of letting myself believe that in 2 weeks it's gonna fuck up again.
Yeah.
But even when I really hunker down, I'm like, no, this time is different. And I know I always say this, but this time it's gonna. And then I'm like, I'm gonna eat. Like first day, I'm like, I had a salad for lunch, and then I had some fruit and some almonds.
Yeah.
And like I got home, made a nice steak with some avocado, and then I'm like, I feel great. And then that'll last for 5 days, and then it'll kind of go down to like something a little less healthy, and then within a week, it's just I feel like I'm a different person.
Yeah, I think the thing that a lot of people do, especially with like overeating and shit, is when you fall off the wagon, you really fall off the fucking wagon.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And I think that's kind of like the mistake. You know what I mean? Like to just be like, oh, I'm gonna have a bowl of ice cream tonight, as opposed to being like, fuck it, I can't do this shit. And then you buy a 5-gallon drum of ice cream, and
you just need to change your attitude.
you know,
That's right.
yeah, you got to change your attitude, man.
Yeah.
It is weird.
Yeah.
It's all about your attitude towards the thing. Because if I had a different attitude towards drinking, I probably could have drank and been
Or
fine.
I think maybe your attitude towards yourself, maybe, you know.
Yeah. Hey, what you
Oh,
got to do
yeah.
is you got to beat the shit out of your being fatness. You know what I mean? You got to go to war with your
You're just sliding Montel Williams mount and get out of my way.
That's
across
right.
the table.
That's
a minute.
right.
Yeah.
You go to war with your body. You fucking take it to task.
Yeah.
So as an option, Jace, then like, do some people just be like, all right, I do want to punish myself, but I'm just going to do it by like going to the gym for 7 hours.
Well, I used to be
one of those.
I used to be
guys.
the other way. I've had periods where I was extremely anorexic for a long period of time, and it's kind of the same thing. But the thing about being anorexic, it feels really good because it's like being anorexic is like you feel more in control of your life than you ever have.
Yeah.
Because it's like, look at me, like I'm like losing 3 pounds every day. Like my self-improvement is off the charts. And you're also like, I'm doing something that requires so much willpower that it kind of like gives you this weird confidence boost. Like I'm better than people.
Right.
Because I cannot eat. But you have to be, it's weird because you have to be in that anorexic mindset. Like you can't be anorexic, get down to your goal weight, and then just shift back the other way. It's like a real all or nothing. Like,
Right.
I can either eat 400 calories a day, or I can eat like 4,000. Like there's no in between mentally.
Right.
It's very weird, but it weirdly, like when I was really anorexic, like nothing really felt better than that. It felt really good to feel like really hungry.
Well, maybe you should try that again.
Maybe I should, honestly. Who knows? I've tried everything, like the 1 meal a day, the keto, the fucking.
It really is about.
You tried meal prep, right?
No, I would never be able to do meal prep. I just know that about myself.
Sucks.
Yeah, it sucks ass.
I mean, I might be an old man here, but
well, you are an old man.
I'm an old man. But if you follow the fucking food pyramid, and you exercise, and you just have a reasonable calorie count, and you fucking exercise every day, and that's kind of what.
Yeah, no, I know
what you're supposed to do. Well, I mean, I don't. I know too,
right.
And I don't do it. Yeah, it's always gimmicks.
I just realized I'm saying this whole thing while I'm drinking a 32-ounce Pepsi.
Oh, not me.
That's
I'm
really
drinking a 32
Pepsi
ounce
or regular
Pepsi. Yeah.
Wow,
I'm drinking a diet.
That's
Pepsi.
awesome. How's it taste?
Tastes pretty good.
Yeah, it's
tastes
great.
like I'm loving myself right now.
I had 2 ginger ales on the flight.
Yeah.
Damn.
How was Tommy's?
Dude, it was so good, and I was so full already.
Did you get the chili on the burger?
Fuck yeah, I got the chili on.
Did
the
you
burger.
get the little pepperoncinis on the side?
I should have. I made. You know what? I fucked up.
You know what?
Let's go get another burger and some pepperoni. I had a big ass baked potato. We've been eating like the fucking Irish lately.
Wow.
Just eating baked potatoes.
A baked potato,
dude. I love
like a fucking king.
Get a big sack of taters for cheap. And then you got a twice baked potato. You trying to seduce me over there? You show me shoulder. You keep rubbing your fucking tits. Yeah, we're getting a twice baked potato.
Squirt milk at you.
You get some sour cream, chili. So good. I love that stuff.
Love a good baked potato.
Cheese and broccoli on top of a baked potato.
Locked and loaded.
I love it.
You guys are triggering me right now. So.
And it's so cheap. It's so cheap.
Yeah, potatoes are very cheap. If you just ate potatoes and rice, you could like eat for like $20 a month.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Some people in Overeaters Anonymous, I used to go to that group. There's some people who they just, because you can't be like sober from food. So their version of that is they eat the same exact thing every single day.
Yeah.
They eat the same breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack.
Yeah.
Over and over and over again.
I mean,
and some people, that's the only way they get control. I've thought about trying that. I don't know.
I wouldn't mind having that diet.
Right. Like the guy who just like buys the same wardrobe, like 50 pairs of the same shirt and pants and shoes, and just wears that every day.
Or just one pair of pants, one shirt.
Right.
Just wear it every day.
Makes things easier.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't fucking know.
So, Jace, when you are hooking up with a lady and she throws out a request like, choke me.
Yeah.
What are your requests that you throw out?
My requests?
Yeah.
Well, this is extremely deeply personal. I don't really have many requests, honestly.
See, I told you. Women.
Yeah, I'm not like, I usually like to be doing most of the action,
You're kind of a dealer's choice kind of guy.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a Swiss Army knife
Like, how do you want
type of thing. I'm like, bitch, I can be a tweezer. I can be a goddamn pair of scissors.
You're like, baby, I'll be whatever you want.
I'll be a goddamn fucking toothpick.
Yeah, she's going to need a tweezers. Suck your dick.
It's like, do your Alex Jones impression for me.
I usually like to be, the commander of the situation.
In chief?
Yeah, the commander in chief.
Commander in chief?
I dress up like the president and I say, I'm the president, I'm Donald Trump. I'm a big poopy head.
I give the best dick. Deepest.
What are you looking up?
Tim Allen.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what his name was because I love his name.
That's a good thing to look up right now during the podcast.
Great stuff.
Yeah, that's really going to come in handy.
You guys were saying Commander, so I'm trying to think his name was Commander. They kept calling Commander Peter Quincy Taggart. Commander Taggart.
It's very good that you looked that up, man.
Jace's Commander Taggart in the bedroom, and he's just trying to look for his Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah.
And they've some bitch with some big titties and a one-piece suit.
Suck horny beaver.
There it is.
Sick horny
There it
beaver.
is, man. There it fucking is. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a real thing about like being overweight that really makes you feel like, I've talked about this in therapy, and I keep getting self-conscious that I'm the liberal douchebag. But I talked about this in therapy. It's like the one thing that's a failure that you just have to show to people the minute you walk up to them. Like it's like if like if you were a gambling addict and like I had to wear a shirt that said like fucking $40,000 in debt on it when I walked up to people. It's the same thing where it's like, hey, look, eat too many brownies. You know, like this is the first thing you see on me.
I guess poor people probably feel that way too because they're in poor people's clothes.
Yeah, probably a little bit.
Or anybody that has, you know, they don't like their eyebrows. They're obsessed with the way their eyebrows look.
Right.
Or
but it also just makes
intelligence too. If you're dumb, you can't pretend to not be dumb.
Right. But it makes you feel bad because
Trust me, I've tried.
I can't.
you know it's affecting not only your health, like it's taking years off of your life. Like I've had that thought before where I'm like, well, I don't change. I'll die maybe 15 years earlier than I should. That's a real thought.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man.
You're not at an unhealthy weight.
I'm not at a healthy weight, you know?
Are you not?
The stuff starts compounding after time. You can take 15...
You tell me Kevin's going to die?
Yeah, Kevin's
5 years ago?
Yep.
God,
That's
he says. No, you're taking years off of your life, and you feel worse mentally and physically. Also, you're hurting yourself in the way people treat you. People treat you not as good if you're not a fit person.
Yeah.
I know because I've been at both ends of the spectrum, and it was like, dude, like the first time I was anorexic, I was really fat, and then I got really thin over the period of maybe 4 months. And the way people treat you it's insane. It's insane, like the amount of respect you get for being a fit person. I know people always are like, I sound like Todd Glass now. People are always like, well, that was probably just how you were mentally carrying yourself. It's like a little bit, but also not. People really treat you, people like you more if you're fit versus if you're a bigger person.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like, you know, your life is shit and meaningless, but it is like, as a person who's kind of got like this perfectionism walking around, it's like, it's kind of a tough thing to deal with. It's like the one thing I can't get a hold of, and it's also the most obvious thing about people when you see them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it like defines you in a way.
Right, exactly. It's like, here's my failures, I wear them on my body, and it's the first thing you see about me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I try to walk into a room fully erect.
Right.
So then people be like, the guy's naked.
That's why I
with an
wear
erection.
a huge parka all times of the year.
That's right.
Like dead of summer. Yeah.
A moo-moo.
Yeah.
I guess for people that want to be white, they also feel that way when people meet them.
What do you mean?
They're like,
Oh, yeah.
because I mean, a lot of
people
different
that are
races just want to be white.
Do you mean by people that want to be white, you just mean minorities?
No, I know what you're saying. Like the people that assume that there's a negative connotation to their skin tone.
Yeah.
Or a
lot of races try to look whiter than they are.
Yeah. Or the.
Well, I think that's a real thing. Like if you're like a black person and there's certain scenarios you can find yourself in, it's much more dangerous. You know what I mean? Like my friend at TIFF, we were just talking about this the other day, and he was like, how many times have you been pulled over by the cops? And I was like, maybe once. And it was just for like, they thought my car was a stolen car because they read the license plate wrong. I was like, how many times you get pulled over? He's like, I've been pulled over 15 times. And like four times of that, I had guns pulled on me.
Fuck.
Just driving his own car. So it's like, that is like a real thing. Like he knows when he's walking into a business situation or he's dealing with a cop or some shit like that, he does have a disadvantage like walking up to the table for sure.
I was driving in my car to a gig with my two buddies who happen to be black, and there were cops around us.
Right.
And my buddy's like, whoa, be cool.
Black cops or white cops?
White cops. And
pigs.
And I was like,
not heroes.
I was like, I go,
there's two types of cops, pigs and heroes.
I was just like, brother, don't worry about it.
Right.
You got a white boy behind the wheel. We'll be fine. Fucking cop pulls us over.
Really?
Yes, because Byron wasn't wearing a seatbelt in the back seat. And the cop fucking pulled us over.
Jesus.
Dude, and I mean, I think we just got a warning out of it, but it was just like...
That's why you can't have black friends.
Right.
Yeah.
He was just
That's
checking
the
to make
moral of the story. That is the moral. No.
Yeah.
But
he was just checking to make sure you hadn't been taken hostage.
Yeah, he's like, are you safe, Whitey?
blink twice.
Yeah. I just turned up some NWA when they came over. And I was just like...
What's NWA?
Nice white Anglos. I think.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, but it's a real thing for sure. Yeah. And then I work in an office with like, a TIFF. I work in an office with him and he's black. And then I see him have to like interact in that way sometimes where it doesn't really bother him because he's used to it. But I think I'm newer just seeing it in an office environment with somebody I'm friends with.
Yeah.
Where they're like, just like they called him, like, he's Muslim. Just as a joke, they called him like a muzzy the other day. And I'm like, well, that doesn't seem cool.
Are they from Australia?
Yeah, they're like, Musley, you know?
Easy, Musley.
He looks a little Aboriginal.
So
just Liverpool.
Yeah.
So Jace, what do you think is, from all your therapy sessions, what do you think is the first step that you haven't made that you should make towards having a different attitude about yourself to stop the eating stuff?
The doctor is in, Jace.
The first step I should take?
Like, no, I know you've taken many steps, but what is the one thing that is keeping you from overcoming this thing you want to overcome?
Liposuction. Honestly, probably going to Overeaters Anonymous again.
Oh, so you just need a regulated, like the way.
Well, I think that would be a good. I think that would be a good
something.
step in like actually facing it. You know, I went to like 5 meetings.
So you don't know the underlying thing.
I had a bit about it. No, it is an underlying thing. It's like
but
fucking,
what is the underlying thing?
a lot, just who I am. You know what I mean? It's like embedded in my fucking DNA.
So it's like too big of a thing to fucking.
It's too big of a thing,
wrap
and then
around
also
its tail and put it in your pocket.
And also, if you look at the science of losing weight, it's already very, very hard as is.
Oh yeah,
You're like the minute like you go into a calorie deficit, your body like kicks in like mechanisms to keep you at the same weight that you are.
Yeah.
Your metabolism slows down and your hunger increases, which is very fucked up.
Yeah.
And then like if you actually lose all the weight and get down to your goal weight, you have to maintain that for I think 3 to 4 years before your body basically decides, oh, this is our new weight and this is the weight we should try and stay at for the rest of our life.
Yeah.
Your body is very adept at trying to stay at the same weight over and over again. So it's like, that's like the toughest thing about it is it's like, it feels like, you know, like this fucking Everest I have to climb and then I can't even make it up like more than 200 feet before I fall back down to the bottom again. So I don't know. I don't fucking know, man. I honestly don't know. And that's what makes me feel like very hopeless about the whole situation a little bit.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't know. Probably going to OA would definitely help. Like I said, I went to 5 meetings, and then on the 5th meeting, a fat guy fell into a door and broke his nose, and it made me so mad at fat people that I never like. Because there is a funny thing when you go there, you get mad at the people who are like really fat, like as a fat guy, because it's like there's like a certain degree where I'm like, you should be able to white knuckle it a little fucking bit, man, and not get up to 500 pounds. Because I hate myself being fat so much. I see you and I'm like, well, fuck you. You should die because I hate myself. Like, like a shadow self type of thing. Yeah, and then seeing a fat guy do a cartoonishly fat thing in the place I'm going to try and get help for the hating my body thing, I was like, well, fuck this. I'm not getting hurt this much, you know, betrayed this much again.
I went to a Al-Anon meeting, which is for codependents. And
you thought it was just a bunch of anonymous guys named Al.
That's right. That's right. I love guys named Al. I love Married with Children.
You just suck them off.
Yeah. No, but I there was a part of me that would look around the room and be like, you know, and this is a thought that I'm not proud of, but just like be like, I'm not one of these fucking losers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and then there's me being associated with that. Now, meanwhile, in that meeting, I bawled like a little fucking baby.
Right.
And I just tell my story, you know, which was nothing. My mom, and I'm smoking every day.
Right.
My Prius, it smells like dope. I fucking feel bad. Like, oh man, it was so bad.
Yeah,
but it's also really, you know, healthy. But I just remember looking around the room, just being like, "Am I one of these fucking losers?"
Yeah,
and I'm like, "Yes, you are,"
because you're already so sensitive about it. Like, you don't want to get like if somebody makes a fat joke to me out of nowhere, like there's a part of me that just wants to like walk out of the room and like go away because I'm so sensitive about it already.
Right,
and then somebody calling it out like really makes me want to like physically hurt them.
Why? See, this is why I think you should embrace the guy being the guy with the big hog. You know what I mean? That because then you'll never hear another fat joke again. It'll always be a fat cock joke. You know what I mean? Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm with you 100% here, Kevin.
Thank you. It's good to have this alliance again. Ben, are you just grabbing your dick this whole time? What are you doing?
I'm just scratching my belly.
Okay. I don't want you on my team anymore. I thought I did. Nope. Can't have it.
Can't do it. Won't do it.
Well, I think the moral of the whole story is stop fucking around and get your shit together.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Just pointing at me.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Have you ever tried to pull yourself up by your own bootstraps?
Right. Some people will do that to me. Like they'll be like, "Have you tried like eating berries?" And I'm like, "No, that sounds like a great idea. Thanks, man."
Have you ever tried to not eat so much? Like that seems pretty obvious to me. It's like my dad's logic to everything.
Right.
Well, I don't know, just go and do it.
Yeah, and now I'm weirdly self-conscious that this just sounds like fat sad guy ranting. You know what I mean?
Hey,
That's the thing. It's not even
control of my weight.
It's not even a cool addiction. You can't even be like, "Oh yeah, I did heroin for 5 years and listened to a lot of like Lou Reed."
It's not cool.
Just like I ate a lot of chicken wings.
Yeah, but you're really living.
Right.
Think about all the sauces you've tried in your life that nobody can even say. You know what I mean?
Right.
All the games that you've watched.
That's right.
The only thing I know, Jace, is you just got to replace it with another vice. Like, just get really addicted to gambling and throw your life away, and you'll be in the best shape in your
Or
life.
gaming. Get into gaming. Be a gamer.
That's a good point.
I mean, that could be it. Every time I get hungry, I just reach for the controller.
Right.
And it works.
And then you eat the controller.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes, you can't win every battle. You can't.
The buttons look like Skittles.
They're so good. The buttons are pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, Ben, what's our time? What are we at? Where are we at?
We're like 2:10.
Okay. So if we edit out Ben's pedophile support, that takes us down to like 1:15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That was a solid 55-minute rant that we listened to. Well, I can't encourage you enough to please leave a rating and a review on iTunes for us. I mean, you listen to this podcast and you go, "Gosh, what can I do for these boys?
Yeah.
What can I mean,
If you want to give us a Christmas present.
yes. I mean, I know you're sitting there, you're just going, they've given me so much. And I'm not able to give them anything. If you can give us anything for all the hours of just honestly brilliant content and life advice and just, sexual deviancy that we've expressed to you, give us that rating and review. Send us an email to brainjailpod@gmail.com. Follow at Jace Avery for some solid content, and follow at Morpheus Quotes. Did you change the M to a 3 or anything?
No, it's the same.
At Morpheus Quotes for following Benjamin Allen Avery. You can follow me at Kevin Tinkin, and that's of course on Instagram and Twitter. And anything else we can add on there?
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry fucking Christmas. Merry freaking Christmas. Oh, and by the way, to my children, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Me so sorry.
Me so sorry. Me apologize.
False flag, Sandy Hookers.
Actors planted.
Tear down Sandy Hook, build new school next to it. Very strange, methinks. I have.
All right.
There's a car revving its engine outside.
Right. It's going to run over us.
Yeah, they're flashing their lights at the garage. They're just going to drive through.
Right. And kill us all.
Yeah. I tried to warn you guys. I revved the engine about 25 times.
Are we just going to leave the car on in the garage while we podcast, all kill ourselves for the last episode?
That does sound pretty great.
No, but we still need to make good on our our 420 reviews. We all do LSD on the pod.
I think we should do acid and review an entire season of Doug.
I don't like that
while
idea.
tripping.
The TV show Doug?
Yeah.
I do like the idea. I bet it would be a bad podcast, though.
What if we do acid and watch just Faces of Death?
Oof. I can't do it. I'm too sweet.
What's Faces of Death?
That was that VHS compilation from like the 90s where it was like footage of people dying, but for the most part it was like fake death scenes and stuff.
I don't know. I think most of it was real.
I think like a little bit of it was real, but a lot of it was fake.
It was like people getting hit by trains, people hanging themselves, people shooting themselves in the face. And stuff.
Yeah.
So they were just like capturing the footage at a show after you went up?
Yeah. It was just, it was all the tapings for all my specials.
I turned into a big steam whistle. Womp, womp. Boop, boop, boop. We're just burying you in concrete.
Yes. I sleep with the fishes.
I bet you would.
Yeah, you fucking gay bitch.
Well, hey, honestly though, some of them are pretty hot.
You sleep with the gay fishes because you
Don't gaslight me here. I mean, some fish are really kind of hot though, right?
moon is fake. It is.
Curvature of the earth I cannot see.
Chemtrails look suspicious today. They are.
All right, I think that's about it.
Non-profit Catholic Church applies for.
The feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease.
I want to fuck your baby.
Or something with an uncertain
What you mean you gonna fuck my baby?
I want to fuck your baby. Get in my ass.
Come on, don't be a pedophile, Shrek.
If this gonna be that kind of
Hell, my predilection towards a younger child. Don't gaslight me here. That child's fucking hot.
You're a disgusting motherfucker, Shrek.
Oh God!
Lock my ass
I know
up.
I'm dumb.